This December, join us each morning at 10 a.m. for our Christmas Advent deals. A new deal every day with Jewellery Maker this Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! I'd be an amazing Santa.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker.
Hello everyone! Hello, here we are, at last. We were like the train that just rolled in just a couple of minutes late. Laura and I were having a lovely chat in the dressing room, and then I could hear counting in the distance, and I thought, no, that can't be us. That can't be us, can it? Surely.
Yeah.
And it was. Anyway, listen, we're here, despite everything. Got legs as well, look. I love this. It's great, this, isn't it? Comes with legs as well. I love it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. We have your late show. We have your late show tonight, which is brilliant, because I know over the last few days we've had one or two issues. 6-inch tall issues, let me tell you, all the way around Ivy House. We are in 6 inches of snow, but we've cleared a path. Laura's made it through, I've made it through. We've braved the elements, and here we are. And we have got, now what is today called now? Christmas Sparkle. Because originally we were the Christmas office party, weren't we? But we've changed that to Christmas Sparkle right now. So we've got lots and lots of sparkle. Can I just tell you, coming up at 8:30, 8 o'clock tonight, yes, we always do it. Oh, mystery box number 2. Inside our mystery box is something that I am very, very excited about, something that I've been talking about for a long, long time, wanting a bundle of, and Phil has made it happen. Laura, I'm just going to give you a little sneaky peeky.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ties in with the day, definitely.
And the thing that it is 10 of this particular thing, all in one bundle. I don't think would have been seen before in that kind of way. So I'm very, very excited. That's happening at 8 o'clock. Laura has 2 fantastic bundles, and as we did Sunday
Thursday.
a week back.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, it wasn't. You're right, it was Sunday a week back.
Yes, I think it was Sunday a week back. You know, Laura set me some homework after our make-along, and I fulfilled my homework.
Yeah, before the deadline, I was dead impressed.
Well before the deadline, because the deadline was something like
9 o'clock. I gave you 9 o'clock the
in
next
the
day.
evening.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it was done by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Photographed as well. So I've done my bracelet, and I did the lovely cabochon, that lovely shell cabochon that we had, and everything. It's brilliant. Right, to start the show tonight, ooh, let's do one of these. Okay, the great thing about the fact that we are here for the late show tonight is that we've got a little bit of catching up to do. So we've got some products that were due to air, and because we couldn't air all of the hours, we couldn't be on air for all of the hours over the last couple of days, we got some product that was sitting in that hour that was going to be forward scheduled into the future that we thought, no, we'll have a bit of that, thank you very much. Should we have a better price than they would have had anyway then? Yeah, shall we? So that's what this showstopper is all about. This is your chance. I have to say, I think probably, and this is probably, like Heineken is probably the best lager in the world, so they say. Oh no, Heineken refreshes the parts that others can't reach. Anyway, listen, whatever other lagers are available, please drink responsibly one at a time. This is probably, I would say that when we see amber on air at JM, most of it is preset into sterling silver. Would you agree, Laura Binding? Oh, sorry, binding, I beg your pardon. That's how it's written.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, it's most commonly seen ready set to be made into jewellery, be it a connector, whether it's pendant, ring connectors, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. Very good. We have 41 of this bundle available, and there are 3 amazing strands of cognac amber, and they've got to go. They've got to go. These are natural. Now, that's the price that we think it would have roughly have ordinarily been had we not stolen this from the unaired stock when we were all stuck in the snow, etc., etc. So we are going to have a much, much better price tag, authorised by the managing director and the group managing director, who I happened to meet on Friday at our sister channel, The Sewing Quarter. So it's been authorised. We've gone up as far as we can, up the tree, and look at what we've got. I mean, we may be under 6 inches of snow, but look at this price. Here comes an avalanche, a one-time only opportunity for you to get 3 strands of cognac amber for $12.95. Wave goodbye to them, come in and grab them, get them in your basket, get them checked out, and run for the hills. Well, don't run if it's slippy and slimy, but you know what I mean. Veritably, figuratively.
Just carefully.
Yeah. We have 40 opportunities, and you know you're putting them in baskets, and I don't nag about baskets. Check them out! You're going to have to check these out tonight, I'm afraid. You are going to have to check these out. I'm so sorry, Laura. I've not formally introduced. This is you know Laura better than you know me. Laura Binding, everyone. She's made it all the way down from the southwest, despite
we had no snow.
Major traumas over the last 24 hours as well, which we'll talk about in a wee bit.
Yeah,
oh,
it's not
dearie
been
me.
fun.
And we've both made it, actually. Laura came from the southwest, I came from the northeast, and we met in the middle, and here we are. 25 opportunities, you've just got to take them and run. Anita, well done, 3 coming your way. Joan in West Yorkshire, Ruth in East Sussex, well done. Jan in Torf, somewhere in Wales, well done. Jane in Greater Manchester, you have to check it straight out. I've got 3 in baskets. I don't nag, but check it out! It has to be done. Jane, Joe, collector in Hertfordshire, go, 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 go. Quick, half the stock already gone. This is a fill special. This is first of many, by the way. First of many specials. We are making up for our snowed in syndrome.
Snow days.
Yeah, snow days. They were the best, weren't they, when you were at school? You didn't mind being snowed off, did you? I used to live in the wilds of the Kent countryside when I was growing up, and the days where we were snowed off, because we were about an hour's bus journey away in my little village from school, so in those days, oh, the bus couldn't make it through today. Oh, well, never mind, we just have to play in the snow then. Look at that, end to end here, all the way from me past Laura, £12.95 for all this amber, but it's going. Jane and Joe, check out. Cashier number 6, please. I have to be quick. 17 chances only. 1 metre 20 of gorgeous, rich cognac amber never goes to a price tag like this. I mean, if you think about how much amber would make up one of those pendants in a single piece that you get set in silver, and how much that is compared to 3 strands of fabulous nuggets, I bet Mark's in there. I bet Mark's in there somewhere. Catriona, well done. Or is it Katrina? It could be. Jane, Joe, Nellie. Nellie. Oh, well done, Nellie's checked out. Well done, you. Rita, Chris, Kirsty, Joan, who would love this on the Christmas table?
I'm just thinking that what's great about that is, you know, they've got quite large drill holes.
Yeah.
And they're also quite small for chips, which again, for me, is lovely. If you wanted to make your tree of life, you've got a lovely, perfect size for that. But also if you want to do like a cluster ring, they're really great to just make a, out of wire, just make a ring shank, and then just stitch them all on into a cluster, and they're great.
Yeah.
So inexpensive.
And they're so deep in their colour as well, aren't they? They're just so gorgeous. It's that lovely sort of burnt caramel kind of tone, isn't it? It's perfect. Love cognac amber. It's brilliant. You don't have to have a reason to have this, apart from the fact that it's £12.95 for 3 fabulous strands. Derek, you're always keen to be part of the occasion. Such a nice surprise to see you in the get-up. Fab. Thank you, Anila, and well done for getting, I think you've got 3 sets of these, haven't you, coming your way, Anila? Well done, congratulations. Last 4. The totals can't keep up. Phil's pressing the button like crazy. Last 4, check them out. Good luck, everyone. Well done. What do you think of that as a showstopper? Not bad, not a bad start. 8 o'clock, the must-have. It's 10 of something that I love. Yeah, Phil's first ever mystery box, and it is such a good bundle. Did you know that I wanted a big quantity of these particular things? Ah, very good. Right, where should we do? Let's do this one here. Right, we've got a trace chain here for you. When you say gold, Phil, you mean sterling silver? Yes, sterling silver overlaid in gold. Yellow gold plated, and it is a beautiful, beautiful link. Very nice indeed. We're calling this a trace chain. The trace chains are often much finer than this is, actually. I have to say, this is a really lovely gauge, actually. Finished off with a high quality Italian sterling silver lobster claw clasp. Love. Nice little table gift this would be if you're still doing your shopping. I keep trying to do my Christmas shopping, and then someone says, oh, you couldn't come in, could you? We're a bit snowed under at the moment. So that's fine, never mind. There's always Christmas Eve, isn't there?
It's always fun shopping on Christmas Eve.
Absolutely, and I should know, being an elf, to be more prepared. There you go. 'Tis the season. So, 18 inches in length. It is meant to be, what's the grammage, Phil? Okay, 2.1 grams. Gold plated, should be there at £13.95. Again, from the snowed under stock, we're going to the lowest ever price. How many? We only have 50. We only have 50 if you want to take advantage. This is ready to wear as a necklace if you want it to be. And again, I think you could get in there with your size 10 beading needle, and I think you could be adding a bit to this. Laura, what do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. And again, but like you say, on standalone, it's lovely. But it's also got a nice sort of balance to it. So if you did want to make a little pendant, it's going to sort of look as a beautiful balance together.
It's lovely. I can hold it up to me. At least you can see it across the room, can't you? Do you know what I mean? It's got lots of sparkle. Look at that against Elf. Look at that one hair. That one hair. See, I'm growing that one, you see? I'm cultivating that one for Christmas. It's like growing a Christmas tree for next year. Wow, that wasn't embarrassing at all, was it? Ooh, bit of personal maintenance, Derek, required there, I think. £7.95. You see it all here at Jewellery Maker. You see it all. I mean, I can't tell you the thing that I told Laura just before we came in, can I? Never.
It's best not to repeat.
Yeah. That might be a Facebook-only thing later. Possibly. Maybe not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Now, we're going to be talking tonight, by the way, if you want to get in touch via the text, because we just... Whatever you are doing tonight, just stick around, because we've got lots coming up today. But we want to talk about a couple of different things. Now, Laura's sort of sparked the first one, because... your son had a little bit of an incident, didn't he?
Yeah. So,
just yesterday.
Yeah, well, literally about 24 hours ago, it was about this time last night, he decided to take a little slide.
Yeah.
In a shopping centre. I nearly said the name. He knocked his front tooth out, his adult front tooth as well.
And how old is he?
6.
Right, so he's 6. He's just got the big teeth.
No, he's 7.
He's 7. So he's got his big teeth through and everything else.
Yeah.
And then loses one.
Well, he snapped it in half. Thankfully, he has had it rebuilt now, and he's in school. He should currently be in a school play singing something in a holiday wrap outfit.
And they managed to reconstruct a new one for him within 24 hours. And he's in the school play today.
Yeah, crazy.
Amazing. So, school time. Mishaps.
Yeah.
What were yours? Just the day before the school photo, that's when you lose that middle tooth, isn't it? Look at this. Beautiful, multicoloured tourmaline. Look at the colours. You have amazing soft seafoam greens there. You've got amazing deep pink tourmaline as well. You've got some really deep green tourmaline, which might on screen to you look a little bit like they might even be black tourmaline. They're not. They're just extremely dark green tourmaline, which is very, very rare and very, very highly prized in the gemstone world, let me tell you. So you're getting a whole strand of those lovely 3x2 drops. I would love right now, thinking seasonally, to create a lovely cluster for an earring. I think they'd be beautiful.
Yeah, again, like you say, you could set them almost just so that they're almost like a little spray. So you could set them into a ring or into like you could do a wire work setting and almost do little circles so that the point sits in there. So it's almost like a little burst. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely and utterly. Oh, just a little thought as well. If you enjoyed our make along a week back last Sunday, we are making along again tonight. Yes, I've decided to be brave again. And this time, I'll keep up this time.
You did good.
I fell behind a little bit last
impressed.
time. Do you know, I was even complimented by our brand new group managing director, who I met on Friday, and he said, I was watching that show with you and Laura when we were making the bracelets. He said, I was awfully impressed as it was your, first go on air. It's good. Good. High praise indeed. Look at this. Look at the colours that you've got going on here. They're like little delicious gemstones that you've just got to have. It's a wonderful, wonderful gemstone to work with, and of course some of the rarest gemstones come from this family. Of course your Paraiba tourmaline, and you have plenty of stones on this strand which are very reminiscent of your Paraiba kind of tones, those lovely sea foams, those lovely blues, the lovely sort of piercing greens as well. They're delicious. 21.95. There's no way it should be 21.95. Make sure, as Phil indicated on the screen there, that you add an authenticity card to your order, an extra 25 pence for that. It's not about peace of mind, it's about providence. It's about actually being able to talk to somebody about the journey of the gemstone and where it came from and where its provenance is and how highly prized it is. And you can let people go off and do their own research as well, but to say genuine tourmaline from Africa, in this case, wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Remember, one of the most highly prized Paraiba tourmaline, you're talking about Mozambique, aren't you? So you're talking very much the African continent.
I often think it's nice to have the certificate, just to have it to give to somebody if you make the gift or if you sell it, so that person, I might buy that as a gift for somebody. Yeah. And if I've got that certificate, then I can put that in with the gift, and I think that just gives it that extra level when that person receives it. It gives them that information as well about what that gemstone is.
It means an awful lot to people. It really does, and particularly if you do decide to get one of those online sites where you decide to start selling your pieces as well. I think, to be able to offer that, I think is great, because it just gives that peace of mind to people that are buying as well. If somebody doesn't know you, getting to know you as a jewellery designer, and they don't yet know you, and there aren't many reviews yet, you're sort of building up your reviews bank as well, to know that you've got that included in your description, I think just gives people that little bit more confidence in this world that we live in, where sometimes things too good to be true, etc., etc. You can say, absolutely, we have it authenticated by a well-respected organisation. Right, let's go for... Oh, this is rather nice. This is rather nice. This is lovely. I love all of the different colours in this strand, actually. You'll know as soon as you see it, it's just beautiful. The piercing blues and the variety of the blues. It's almost like, you have a lovely sort of multicoloured warm scarf. It kind of puts you in mind of something like that, doesn't it? Really, really lovely, comforting colours, lovely blues as well, all the way from the lightest sort of Caribbean blues all the way to the really darkest sort of beyond tanzanite, beyond sapphire kind of blues as well. Really versatile strand, this.
Yeah, it's lovely. And again, in that size, was it 4 mil?
It is,
yeah. So that size for me is a lovely sort of I often say like an accent kind of, it's something that can add that additional detail, whether it just be one or whether it be, a few sort of being down the side of a pendant, say. But it's also a really cool little stretchy bracelet, just like that,
Yeah. Sorry, Emma. Mike. I was just saying that 4mm is the perfect size for those really beautiful,
Like,
petite and very expensive bracelets that you see out and about there in the big wide world. It's a very, very popular size. It's lovely, actually. And I love how you can match. You can either keep it in these different shades, or you can match up those pairs if you want to as well. Okay, price has to be right. Is this some of our snowbound stock? Oh, it must be. If it's $4.95, I think this is part of our snowbound stock. What I mean by that, by the way, is obviously we had some time in our on-air hours that we couldn't be on air for the last couple of days for obvious reasons. We had to dig our way into Ivy House. So obviously there was stock allocated and scheduled for those hours that was waiting for presenters to bring it out. And it's still here. It's snowed in stock. We love it. £4.95. As you saw with the amber, there'll be lots and lots of treats like that coming along through the evening. So make sure you stick around. Do get in touch as well. We want to hear from you tonight. Here's Ginny Susie What's It? Hello, hello, hello. There's your text number 60777. Start your message with the word JM Studio. What's green, covered in tinsel and goes ribbit, ribbit? Oh, mistletoe. Loving it, loving it. Put that in the elf bag, please, for the crackers. Still got those to make yet? $4.90. Are you making your own, by the way? Are you making your own, Laura?
I am. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because we found somebody who's actually knitted crackers. That sound really a bit crazy, but they're really cool because they kind of have two little ends that you just pull the end parts out and then fill the insides. Oh. So we've ordered some of those. They should arrive today, and then we're going to be making little gifts to go inside them. So.
Nice. I like that.
So I may steal that joke as well.
How many have you got? How many? Well, do you know yet the numbers? Christmas Day. We've got a big gathering.
We've got some friends coming round for the first time in well, long time. Yeah, we've just got one of my best friends and her kids are going to come round and join us. Fabulous. And that's going to be it. So it should be just fun. That sounds good. Are you doing the cooking? Are you? I am doing the cooking, but my friend will probably help me. Oh, fantastic. So we're quite a good little teamwork in the kitchen, so... See, I am due to be in the kitchen, but I also have what I lovingly call the mother-in-law. It's a figurative speech, not actually my mother-in-law, but we'll be there, and I'll kind of go, and how is it we do this? And hopefully she'll just say, oh, come here, silly boy. Anna in Kent says, I'm no matchmaker, but you two should be together. Well, we are. Oh, hang on. Oh, professionally or otherwise? Well, I professionally like you as a professional now on Facebook. Yes, that's right. It took Laura a long time to make a professional link with me on Facebook. Make it worthy. Professionally or otherwise. Wow, there you go. Well, if this had been the office party day as it was meant to be. Well, it was, yeah. Who knows? You know there's always a scandal at the office party, isn't there? Some dodgy karaoke and the rest. And that thing with the photocopier that we don't talk about. Anyway. We'll end up there. We haven't done that here. We haven't done that here. Andalusite. Andalusite. Snowed in stock Andalusite, which comes from Andalusia in southern Spain. Oh my crikey! Right, have a good look. This is that gemstone that's just full of that lovely sherry brandy. You know, sherry comes from, is it Jerez, isn't it, in southern Spain, which is not far away from Andalusia. Sorry, I just love doing this. Please don't take offence if you are. Sound like if you are Spanish. Like the bad person in a panto. Yeah, the panto villain. This is such a beautiful, beautiful gemstone. And actually, can I just tell you, camera's not doing it justice, I'm afraid. Because what I can see here is a lovely variance of tone. We only ever had 150 of these. Can I just give you my personal assurance, and you've got your money back guarantee anyway, so you don't have to take my word for it even. If you've heard of this gemstone and you know how rarely you see it, will you please get it home and see it with your own two eyes, because camera, I'm afraid, isn't doing it justice, because what you will see in reality... No, it's nothing to do with Emma. It's nothing to do with you, Mike, either. It's television sometimes, because you get the most beautiful, lucid lime greens in there. Can I tell you, hands up, because you know on TV, for most of the last 10 years or so, I've been selling at other channels fully made up jewellery. I have, in that time, I think I've had 1 or 2 collections of Andalusite jewellery ever. Just one piece from the middle of this strand
set into sterling silver, same, exactly pretty much the same quality as well, and you would be looking at around about the £30 to £50 mark for one single stone's worth of jewellery in sterling silver. I have to say that's my own personal opinion, but it is based on selling fully made jewellery elsewhere on television for the lion's share of the last 10 years. How often have you seen Andalusite here? Can't be often.
A handful of times.
Yeah, can't be often.
Not very
and you've
often.
been here forever and ever, haven't you? Forever
a
and
little
ever.
while.
Yeah. How long have you been around?
Probably could be 7.5 years now. I
Right,
think.
so that's a long time compared to my 12-ish months. 12-ish months, I think. Actually, on air, only about the last 5 or 6 months, but I don't think I've ever seen Andalusite, actually. I don't think I've ever presented it to you since I've been at JM, and I've done a fair few shifts in the last few months.
I've only ever seen it in 2 other strands, and that's in a strand of rondelles, which I actually have, and the kind of the onion cut briolettes.
Yes.
And again, I'll be honest, I got them from the shop.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I saw them on air. I saw them in the shop and nabbed them in the shop.
It's such a rare gemstone. Mike, do you have a live light box shot of this? No, we don't have one. Oh, what a shame, because actually, daylight light, yeah, due to the snow, we've kind of, you know, the snow didn't stock, you see, and there's been no one here to... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay, we have got one. Oh, wow, that is a stunning colour, beautiful shading. Yum, says Jilly Susie Whatsit. Will you promise me that if you like this gemstone, that you will get it home and see it with your own 2 eyes, because you will see lovely brandy tones, you'll see lovely cognac and armagnac tones mixed in with gorgeous greens. They are wonderful. Ah, see someone else, same as you, Laura. Someone saying, I got a strand of Andalusite in your bargain bead container. Bargain bead container? How dare Andalusite be in a bargain bead container in the shop?
Mine wasn't in the bargain bead.
It's a good job I haven't been anywhere near the shop, because I would have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
and again, it's one of those that you need to see it to appreciate those colours.
I'd have put my foot down. Even as a small elf, I'd have put my foot down in the shop and said, you cannot put that in bargain beads, Andalusite. Those things should never go together. Never, ever, ever. We have 10 of these remaining at £12.95. I mean, seriously, get it home and see it for yourself, because it has an amazing character to it, this gemstone. And again, not many. How many other gemstones can you think of that come from southern Spain? Anyone? Spanish gemstones. Anyone? No. Kyanite from Spain. Oh yeah, but not from Spain though. I think you'll be in the Himalayas there, Phil. Not far from Spain. Just turn left. Turn left at Terminal 2. £12.95. Please get it home and see it. It's wonderful. Who has it, Phil? Oh, well done. Well done. Congratulations. Well done, you. Right. First kit coming up. Let's just give you a little heads up on the first kit that's coming up at 7 o'clock, because it's an amazing kit. It really is. Because today was meant to be, originally, we all had it down as office Christmas party day, and then we've changed it a little bit to Christmas Sparkle, which is fine, similar vein. Laura has created some wonders tonight. I'm loving that holly necklace, and I think we're going to have a little make-along with the holly leaf, aren't we? Yeah. Because the bundle contains some green copper wire as well, which is brilliant. So if you've been after some of the coloured wire in the kit with the Swarovskis, is 10 metres of 0.4, sorry, there you go, 0.4.
Forest green.
Yeah, dark forest green. Yum, 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 yum. Does it behave itself as well? It does. I can see in the jewellery.
It does, yeah.
It's amazing. Can't wait to get my hands on that. Brilliant. What are we doing now? Oh, wise words coming from above. It's one of these. High octane tonight, isn't it? These deals just keep coming at us, left, right and centre. From the snowed-in stock. The snowed-in stock. Okay, let's not try and say that again.
No, please don't.
No. We've had enough mishaps in the last few weeks.
From the snow days.
From the snow days. Okay, have a little look. Don't look at me, I'm far too embarrassed now. Right. Now, warning, warning, warning. This is kunzite. I shall say this only once. We said it was going to be one of those days, didn't we, Laura, today? We just knew it was going to be one of those days. Okay, kunzite. Think about the average price of a kunzite strand. Look very carefully at the quality and the colour saturation and the beauty of this strand. Have a price in your mind you expect it to be. And because this is from our snow days stock. Say again, Phil. On the website, there is only one more affordable strand of kunzite, and it is small nuggets, tiny nuggets, Phil's saying. So this will be officially the best priced rounds kunzite strand. Say it slowly, do it. At Jewellery Maker in the company. Oh, it's a weird way to hand in your notice, isn't it? $8.95. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Snatch and grab. Quick, 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 quick. So it is like a legal smash and grab here at JM. It's like you've come in your snow boots, and some of these have gone into the bargain beads in the shop by mistake. Okay, how many do we have, Phil? Right, we only ever had 90. And how many have we got now then? Okay, we got 80 available. Carol in Dumfries and Galloway. Carol, have you got snow up in Dumfries and Galloway? Because I am taking an epic journey to pick the in-laws up from Dumfries and Galloway. It won't be until just before Christmas. But I'm thinking, how is it now? Because I know the A75, turn left at Gretna, down the A75 down towards Stranraer. That can be fun, can't it, in the snow? Have you got any snow so far? If you could do me a personal snow watch on that, Carol, that would be lovely. Nicole in Florida, I'm going to guess you haven't got snow. Although New York have a bit of snow recently. No, not York, New York. We don't have any up in North Yorkshire, it's rubbish. I popped home yesterday very briefly after a weekend at the sewing quarter, or snowing quarter as we were calling it, and no snow in North Yorkshire, so it was quite nice to come back down south, as I call it, back to lovely Warwickshire and Ivy House. Ivy House looks so great. It looks like a picture postcard, like a Christmas card scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
really
pretty.
Nice. I came in just as it was turning dark, and it was lovely. Sue J, well done. Kay, Louisa, Jane, Joan, Anne, Rose, collector in the East Riding of Yorkshire. Well done. Carol's got hers in Dumfries and Galloway, and Nicole in Florida. Nicole, are we talking morning or afternoon in Florida? Or are we in the middle of the night? Are you insomniac? I'd like to know. Is it late morning? Nice. £8.95. And a great one low shipping and handling to get it out to you, Nicole, as well, which is superb, isn't it? Ridiculous. When we have people who are buying from America a gemstone that came from halfway around the world to come via a cutting centre, I'm assuming, to us here in the UK, for us to then ship out to America at a better price than they can actually buy in America. I know! Go figure, as they would say in America. Go do the math. Just the one. $8.95. So, any childhood school day mishaps we want to hear about? This is on the back of Laura's... Oh, Linda! Linda's in Port William. That's where the in-laws live. Oh. Okay, no, it's not Fort William. Fort William's another place. Port William's lesser known, but, brilliant place. Linda. Do you know, in Port William, it's only a tiny, tiny little coastal town just in the southwest of Scotland, and they've got a restaurant there called the Clansman. Other restaurants are available, but not in Port William. I think it's pretty much the only one. It's only a little place. And their food, it's amazing. You know when you think, now that's a dinner. Oof, it's amazing. Oh, Nicole's messaged in from Florida. She's messaged JM Studio. Put a bit more on the message, Nicole. Tell us more. That's just the first word you used just to text in.
Well, it got here.
But thank you anyway. It got here all the way from Florida in a matter of seconds. £8.95 for kunzite. Now, this is kunzite from South Africa. We get kunzite from South Africa as well. Oh, there you go. That's a new one on me. Well done, everyone. Congratulations. And there's not many of those around at all. There really aren't many of those at all. Beautiful. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Here comes a message. Is this the rest of Nicole's message? Oh, Nicole from Florida doesn't know what it's like at the moment in Florida because she's watching in Singapore. Well, how's Singapore?
Is it snowing in Singapore?
Yeah. Beautiful place, isn't it? Anila says, yeah, how, why, kunzite at that price? Snowed in stock. I have to say all of that very, very slowly. Tripped on that already. It's honestly ridiculous. Kids back at school to say the school cleared a foot-wide path to the doors and left a whole playground of snow and wouldn't let the kids on it. No.
Oh, that's mean.
No.
That is mean.
There's nothing like being 7 with your arm in plaster like that. It's cool, isn't it? Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Elf and safety gone mad. Elf and safety. Thank you, I'm here till 10. Well, I think so. Unless the big comedy, you know, shepherd's hook comes in and I get hoiked off. You fancy doing the rest of the show on your own, Laura? Yeah, I'll take that as a no then.
Yeah, no. No.
I don't know where Zena is, by the way. She's meant to be here tonight, honestly.
She's avoiding me.
Oh, lazy, lazy devil, isn't she? No, honestly, bless her. I am joking completely because I know Zena has held the place together in the last 2 days, bless her. So we've sent her home so she can finally remind herself what home looks like because she's been holed up with her dad, hasn't she? Yeah, for days and days and days on end with Colin keep turning up at the door. Come on, come on,
in you
come on.
Coming in.
You're coming back to work, like it or not. He bought the Chelsea
That's the
tractor
worst, isn't it? I can't get in. I'll come pick you up. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing nicer than a boss that turns up on the drive with his, you know, 4x4 Chelsea tractor. Oh, great to see you, lovely. Oh, I can get to work then. Oh, great, thanks for that. Oh, it's raining in Singapore.
No.
That's not a place to have rain, is it, really? With so many beautiful things to see. Do they have loads of rain in Singapore, Mike? Do they? What should we do next then? These boys. I'm having a debate about rain in the Far East. Right. Okay. I show you next. Oh, you two, get a room. This, I'm sure, is an absolute find and a half. For your jewellery collection, when we first launched these, and it was a few years back now, and it hasn't really seen the light of day for a while actually, I don't know why, but the first airing, we sold over 1,000 of these. It's about the size of a small, I was going to say a small suit carrier, because it's smaller than that actually, isn't it? It's sort of the width of... It's nowhere near the size of a suit carrier, unless you're an elf, in which case it might just fit in there.
It's great for an elf.
Anyway, its point and its purpose, sorry, I sidetracked myself there, is you've got lots and lots of little pockets in here. So whether you are making and displaying at shows and you want an easy bit of merchandising kit, this is great because you've got these pockets that go all of the way down and through this, and you can hang it up. You can see it's got a coat hanger top. Sorry, I'm bringing this down so you can see the top. You've got the coat hanger top, and on the back, if I could show you here, you've got these little straps of one-touch fastening, which I know is very, very difficult to see because it's all... So if I turn it sideways, you can sort of see. You can actually wrap these around. If it's a rail in the wardrobe, you can actually... sorry,
yeah,
there
like
you go.
a towel.
There you go. Yes. So you can stick it to it very, very easily. So if you've got a bit of a rail in your wardrobe that you actually want to hang this on, you can as well. But it's designed, and again, if you're at a craft fair and you're doing a craft fair on your stand, if you can hang something like that, you know, most people's goods are at table level, aren't they?
Yeah.
To be able to actually sort of hang those up and say, oh, actually, can I have a little look at that bracelet or whatever it might be? That's a really, really good idea. We've not seen this for a long, long time. And how much was it? Okay, we're going to a lower price than when we actually launched this. It's going to £5.95. I have to say, this would be very, very useful for someone like me that spends half of my life at the moment in a hotel, just for like organising, you know, like the stuff that you've got nowhere to put it in a hotel bathroom, like toothpaste and just like stuff. You could put it in there and you could roll it up, couldn't you? And I know this is a completely different, inappropriate use given its context here, but I'm thinking that would be quite useful beyond your jewellery making experience, wouldn't it?
Definitely. You think, don't you, also if you, even if you don't make jewellery, if you just wear jewellery as a storer for when you're at home, because I'm thinking of my daughter who, despite having several storage units, still loses and still see all of her jewellery on the floor, which drives me mad. So something like that hanging on the back of the door, and then she can just put her earrings or her necklace straight into one of the pockets, and then they can decorate it and personalise it then.
Well, yeah, and the other thing, I suppose, is if you put a little hook on the inside of the wardrobe door and then put your jewellery in it, as you are choosing your outfit, you can be choosing the jewellery to go with your outfits as well, can't you? That's a really, really good idea. And it came from me, surprisingly. £5.95, and you've got lots of. So if you don't want to hang it on the hanger there at the top, as a coat hanger, you've got all of these one-touch fastening straps where you can sort of bend them back on themselves, or, you know, so you can wrap it round, or you can put it through a rod or whatever. And they've got those all the way across. I know it's very difficult for you to see because obviously they're the same colour as the thing. So it really has got a multitude of functions, Mike. It has. What would you use it for, Director Mike? If he was travelling, he'd put his socks in it. That would actually be quite a good way. That's not a bad idea, actually, I have to say. Because, yes, and you could put all your bathroom bits and pieces in there and then just sort of roll it up. And then when you go into a hotel bathroom, just hand this up on the door, everything is there.
It's also good if you do craft parties, if you do jewellery parties at home. You could make a game, so you could put like little, almost raffle prizes in the actual pockets, wrapped up, and then maybe put numbers on them all, and then do raffle tickets, and then people draw the raffle out, and then they have to pull out which one they get. They don't all need to be jewellery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It could nearly be an advent calendar, couldn't it?
I already counted it. I didn't realise that they were 2 at the bottom.
Jewellery advent calendar for the last 19 days. You'd have to improvise for the first few. That's pretty good. Like that. Good idea. Right, let's do... Yum, 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 yum. Oh my word. Look at this. Hubba hubba. Look at the quality of every one of those hot rocks. And it's almost like you want to create every single one as the most deliciously glamorous cocktail ring. Do you know what I mean? Because you're through drilled, you can just go bananas, can't you?
But you said you were watching the morning show this morning, the same as I was, because we were checking if we had to be in work today. And Claire did a lovely cocktail ring, and although it's these are drilled, you could still apply the same technique to them and treat them like a cabochon. So you could still prong set them and have that focal ring. Look at that.
Oh, is that hair still there? Oh, look, it's got a friend now as well. I'm just hiding them. Listen, they're camera shy. It's me that's on the telly, not them. Be upstaged by a single chest hair.
It's all about me.
Yeah, it's all about me. It's all about me. Yeah, you're right, Mike. There was a time in my life where I wished for such things. At the age of 44, whilst on telly, now it's a different matter. PS GP09. That is delicious, isn't it? Should be here. And again, we talk about places where you can buy pieces of gemstone, not drilled at all. You might be talking £3 or £4 or more for a single piece. On this strand, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22, nearly run out of breath counting those. Works out 68 pennies. Oh, it doesn't yet, but it will do. Work out at 68 pennies per gemstone. 68 pence times 24. Oh, any ideas? No idea.
I don't ever get involved with that.
Not a Scooby, Phil. Yay! $14.95. I'm liking that. I am liking that. Oh. Oh, what's happened, Phil? Oh, is it coming back? Okay, $14.95 coming back. I wonder what's happened there. Computer says, no, 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 you can't go that low.
Got snow gremlins.
Yeah. To be honest with you, there's a couple of areas of Ivy House that I'm a little concerned about in terms of the depth of the snow that's still sitting on the roof. Do you know what I mean? I'm wondering, are you getting a good signal from us? Fingers crossed. Because there's literally, it's like, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's take a picture. Well, you won't be able to see it.
No, should have done that when we came in, shouldn't we?
Have done that,
But there's an awful
well, you
lot
can
of
see
snow.
it because it's white. It glows.
That's true. That's true. Well done. Yeah, do I ever? Oh, have you got some cutters there, Laura? We're allowed. We can go in. We can go in. Or shall I just use brute strength?
Yeah, go on.
No, because it's a very strong cord it's on, actually. No, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I always feel very guilty using flush cutters that are
I
anybody
always
else's.
use flush. Listen for everything.
Look. Look at these beauties. Delicious. Yeah, and the drill hole
Ooh, we've got.
is phenomenal. We have got some wire back here as well.
I'm
Let's
going to
see.
borrow this.
What have you got?
1.25.
1.25. Let's have a go with the 1.2. I've got some 1mm here. I probably shouldn't be opening this, but I'm going
We've
to.
got 1 mil here. That's all right, don't worry.
Because I'm,
Good
rebel with a cause. Rebel with a cause.
Oh.
Oh, hello. There you go. Let me just untwist
Now you know how I
this
end up with
wire.
a broken phone, don't you?
Yeah,
That's how.
And nails and fingers
And a
and everything
broken
else.
child, and yeah, I didn't break the child. That's a
Look at
1.25.
Okay, look. That's a 1.25mm wire. That's brilliant. Well, I don't need my 1mm anymore, do I? Pop that away.
And and that means that you can make just like a really quite a sturdy cuff bangle using a thicker gauge of wire, and those stones are going to go on that.
And look at that as like a cocktail ring design. Imagine the wire work around that as well. And your favourite colour of wire work, or as a single pendant. When you've got, what was it, 20 odd? 22 stones on this strand, and that's working out at 68 pennies per stone. I mean, if you make even for friends, or you raise money for charity, just a very, very simple wire working will give you something spectacular, won't it?
They're great, aren't they? And I mean, what you can do with that is you can just put a piece of wire through. You could do like a spiral on the bottom, or you could just do something really simple with it, have it as a pendant. And again, that's going to be your one pendant. That's going to be all you would need. Add it to a chain, sell them individually if you wanted to, give it as a gift. And again, I think it's a bit more unisex as well.
Yeah, completely. You could make it an incentive piece. You know, spend X amount and a free labradorite pendant. What did you say we were doing next, Phil? Where are you?
Is it really little?
This one? Is it this one here?
No.
That's not. I thought so.
Is it really little? Is
I
it
don't
there?
know if it is here, Phil.
Is it there? Right by your hand, by the kunzite? In between? Is
This
it?
one. Oh, do you know what? I saw a chain. I didn't see anything in it. Sorry, Phil. It's this new system. Look at this. It's a Swarovski crystal chain. Oh, my word. Look at that. Oh, now that's very, very sweet, isn't it?
You don't normally see it with the point as
No, because it's pinnacle faceted, so the point is going up. You know, as you see with some markazite, the Swiss markazite, where they pinnacle facet it, so the point is at the top. You know, usually with the gemstone, the point sits at the bottom inside the setting. This is the other way around. It's been pinnacle set, so it shows off the beautiful colours in that Aurora Borealis. And it's rhodium brushed. Like it. I like it. Sorry, let me just. I'll put it against a darker background, Emma, so you get a better Look at the AB coming through. That's amazing. Sorry. Well done, team. We're looking on a small scale here because this is a very, very fine detailed piece. Look at that.
I've never seen anything like that before. That's beautiful.
They look like canary yellow diamonds from there, don't they? Just stunning. And you get ½ a metre of this length as well.
And you'll be able to, if you wanted to just use it as a connector, you'd be able to remove the jump ring. And you've got a complete little connector there as well.
Yeah. That is stunning. Oh, imagine that as an earring drop as well. If you could...
Just length of it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm thinking crystals along the lines that you have in the 7 o'clock
I would
kit.
go with those ones.
Yes, as your feature. Let me just pick something up for a second. Just un momento, por favor. We just got a quick bit of inspiration here for you. Let's say, and this is one of the crystals that Laura has in her kit. Now, not necessarily this one, but maybe this shape is the feature in an earring. And imagine a length of this wonderful Swarovski chain coming from that in sort of a waterfall format would be just awesome. Okay, £23.95 it was. And here is a new low. I mean, this is like a who's awake alarm clock deal, but in the evening when we're all awake. £14.95, and you've got ½ a metre, and there must be, I'm guessing there must be pretty much of that 50 centimetres, I'm guessing there's pretty much a crystal to every centimetre, I would say. I think that's about the distance between one and the other. And you can get in, as Laura said, because you've got those wonderful connections between. You can shorten that. You can add to that. Oh my word, that is gorgeous.
You could almost stitch them as well if you wanted to use those little the little connector holes as a stitching point and actually stitch it into your pieces, or with wire, with your shiboris, or so many mediums.
And they have this amazing appearance as if they were like tiny little canary yellow diamonds from one angle, and then from another point of view. I mean, I wish I had a camera on my head actually, because as with traditional Aurora Borealis, on one side you'll have more of a sort of a yellow view, and on the other side you've got more of a sort of, you know, the Mercury Mystic Topaz where it goes a lovely sort of silvery colour? You'll get that as well. And of course the rhodium brushing on this not only renders it hypoallergenic, which is fantastic, but it's pretty much the brightest tone of colour you can add to any metalwork. Rhodium is so bright. That's amazing. Seriously, check. I don't nag about checking out, but please do be as quick as you possibly can. Right, something I nearly grabbed for you, we're doing right now is one of these. Give me a ton of black diamonds, give me a ton of black spinel, put the choice in front of me. I could go for the money, but I would go for the look, the appearance, the style, and that uninterrupted lustre of black spinel. And this is awesome. A perfect day for it today, because today is Christmas sparkle, and tell me. Look at the sparkle coming from that. Look at that. That is delicious. Now, there is... Oh, hang on a second. Just a moment. Let me give you that.
Do a skipping rope.
98 centimetres. That's the same 98 centimetres that's 2 centimetres short of a metre. Can you start counting from that end? I'll meet you in the middle.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, right. I think we might be here most of the night.
I'm thinking with the amber though, the way that you just held that out like that.
Oh, let's have a little go, shall we? First time we had this on air, it will not surprise you to tell you that it sold out entirely on its first airing. This time we have less available. Oh yes, use it with those fabulous strands of amber if you were lucky enough at the top of the show. They just look so rich and amazing. The amber, I think, has sold out, by the way. Oh, my word. Okay, we are coming... This is the end of the hour. Now, this is quite often a time when people tune in because a programme that they've just watched has just finished and it's going to the adverts and everything else. So they know they've got a good clear 5 minutes before anything happens on terrestrial. Look at this. Look at that. Start counting. Start counting. How many are you counting? And look at that price tag. It's delicious. And again, if I look, I mean, even as a wraparound bracelet, how many times does it go around for you? How much might that bracelet with that kind of look be right now when everyone's buying their Christmas jewellery?
Definitely. And again, that little pop of accent for something, if you just want to add that little pop of sparkle, or just a lovely little delicate stacker bracelet.
Now, the first time we had these, 100 gone in seconds. This time we only have 74. And they are flying just as quickly. We are expecting the same sellout to happen literally within the next couple of minutes. So if you want to grab these, then do it right now. It's a very, very busy time of the evening. People are just coming home to JM and seeing what's going on. We've got an amazing must-have in an hour. This will, just as a bit of a clear, just as a bit of a clue, the must-have that we've got coming up in an hour's time at 8 o'clock would go very, very nicely with this. So you must be here. If you need to go off and do anything else right now, I know you can always watch the catch-up shows afterwards, but I would say everything else is on, you know, catch-up, play again, you know, get it some other time to skip through all the adverts. Shouldn't say that, should I? Look, 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 look. Okay, so I've gone down 1, 2, 3. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 plus. Yes, and I'm a boy. Thanks for pointing that out, Phil. I had wondered. Look, there you go. I'm a boy. That's very flattering, Phil, though. Actually, at my age, to be called a boy, I'll take that. Look at that. That is awesome as well. I really want to show you the must-have now because the match is going to be just perfect, but it's in there and I'm not allowed to. But can I just tell you what's in the mystery box? No, I'm going to have another look. It would absolutely, every one of the 10 of the type of strand that this is, will complement this just amazingly. You've got to have it. And can I just tell you the must-have? I'm going to give you another clue, whether Phil tells me I can or not. I'm going to, that's it. I'm rebel without a cause, remember? I'm just part-time Bob, you see. So, the clue for that is every time I see it on its own in a kit, I go crazy and love it, and have always said to lots of producers I would love a whole big bundle of said item in one kit. And it's our must-have tonight. You know what it is, Laura, don't you?
I do, it's amazing.
Do you want to give any other clues? Because I'm not allowed to give any more clues. £12.95. The first time these were on air, 100 sold out straight away. This time, we have less than 3/4 of that number, and they are flying out. And people are multi-buying as well. And I don't blame you at all, because again, look, 98 centimetres. That's the same 98 centimetres that's too short of a metre.
It's the sparkle, isn't it? That for me, it's just however you set it. The fact that even though it's a smaller gemstone, you still can see it a mile away, can't you? Yeah,
it's just adorable. And I love that uninterrupted lustre. This is why, offer me a ton of black diamond and a ton of black spinel. I'll take the spinel, thank you very much, because it has a clean lustre that does nothing but sparkle. And when these are micro faceted as they are here, I don't know of anywhere else where you can buy spinel like this, micro-faceted, because the process of micro-faceting is so expensive to do, because they're teeny, tiny, tiny gemstones, which for you is great because you can go crazy with your designs. But for the gemstone industry, there's just not enough markup in it to make it worthwhile. I think we're one of the only places I've heard of, in my opinion, where we could do this kind of thing. £12.95. That's incredible. Right, now listen. I'm going to let you grab those because I know a lot of you have got them right now. I'm not going to nag about checking out baskets. All I'm going to say is remember it sold out with 100 the first time around, and I've already got a lot of people allocating their stock right now. So if you want it, make sure that you grab it right now. We have got next, say again? The next star buy, which comes up after the break, we only have 13 available. So let's not make that an unlucky number for you, shall we? Have no idea at all. Anything could happen in the next half an hour. See you back here with Laura in 3.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the very, very first time for me, and maybe for you, Laura, as well, we are looking here. Ordinarily, I would say 999 times out of 1,000, when we see a chain, a necklace that looks like this, we're thinking, ooh, very nice, sterling silver, overlaid with gold, lovely, very, very nice. Check out the details, people, because this is part of a very, very, very limited offer here at Jewellery Maker. In fact, the first airing of this very niche collection of gold chains that we have here at Jewellery Maker only launched within the last couple of weeks, wasn't it? I remember seeing the show in the morning with Carol and Mr. Wagstaff, bringing you a very petite, niche gold collection, and this is some of the very small remaining stocks of those gold pieces. If you haven't had the opportunity, if you are in the situation, I'm going to have to say, again, I'll just repeat, unexpected toing and froing for me in the last sort of week or so has meant that the little slots and the little slots of time I thought I had available to Christmas shop have all somehow been eradicated by something else, which is fine. I'm happy to be working. Gets me away from the kitchen. But I haven't had time to Christmas shop. And there's that mild sense of panic going on. Have you noticed?
Sorry for you, I've got 2 kids and I haven't shopped.
That's true. That's true.
Sad.
But I think sometimes as well, you know if you're the kind of couple that when you go out for a day out at the weekend, or you do the odd shop or whatever, you get away from somewhere for the weekend, and you see something you like, you tend to buy those things for each other. So when it comes around to Christmas time, I'm seeing oh, lucky you. Lucky you. So when it comes to Christmas and you ask each other that inevitable question, what, come on then, Les, what do you want for Christmas then? And you have to rack your brain 1,000 times,
That's the ongoing conversation between me and my husband right now.
Yeah.
He says to me, what do you want for Christmas? And I'd say, well, I don't know, what do you want? I don't know, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, and that point never comes, does it? You get to that point where it never comes and decisions aren't made. I actually think this could be one of those opportunities where, as a good lady, and I believe this happens quite a lot, Laura, is quite often ladies get to the point where they go, you know what, actually I'm going to take that burden off your shoulder, you poor thing, while you sit in your armchair there. And I'm going to pick up my present and just let you know how much you owe me. That's what I'm going to do.
This is, like you're right, I haven't seen this yellow gold before, and I think that the colour of it is absolutely beautiful. It's and I love the fact that the links are very open as well. So you were saying earlier about being able to add detail. Having that open link, you could add little jump rings, or you could use them featherweight head pins, attach little drops to it, you know, so you could really take it up a level if you wanted to. It's
beautiful. Apologies, I had to go quiet there. I'm sorry, we had a bit of a problem with my microphone. Thank you, Laura, for stepping in there. Okay. We have got for you an amazing opportunity. And Christmas is the perfect time. And of course, delivery comes to you in plenty of time. You have that 30-day money-back guarantee with us. You have the choice, if you want to up to a premium delivery to get this. So you absolutely, know that it will be with you. What's today? What is today? Is it Tuesday today?
Tuesday the 12th. Tuesday.
So if you went for our fast track delivery Tuesday, so dispatch reasonably by the end of tomorrow, so we'll be talking this with you by this weekend if you want to upgrade to a fast track delivery, which is not a lot more than our regular delivery service. And of course, anything else that you buy in that day would be added into that one postage, which is brilliant. If you look at £140, it's kind of the price you would expect to pay for a gold necklace, isn't it? Because there are lots of, the great thing about a gold necklace like this is you have lots and lots of different choices. You can walk into almost any jeweller in the UK and find a gold necklace. It's just a case of them finding the one that suits you, isn't it? So, what we're going to do is save you that journey, save you that shopping, save you all of that harumph, and we're going to say, okay, we're Jewellery Maker, you know we can buy big. This is new territory for us to buy, full-on gold necklace for you. And so for that reason, we make the price for you, I think, so appealing to buy genuine gold, to get this home on approval. Remember, of course, you've got that money back guarantee, so you can get this home in just a few days. You can look at it, you can feel it, you can wear it, you can experience it, and then you can tell him how much he owes you. And it's your Christmas, it's your Christmas present, absolutely sorted, is it? And this could be, how often do you say to yourself, we're only going to spend £50 on each other this year? And how often do you actually spend £50? Tell me that. How often? Never.
No, and do you know, it's funny because I've been into a couple of, you know, high street stores, and I always assumed before I worked for sort of doing jewellery myself that gold chains were gold chains. I never realised that a lot of them were silver overlay. I always thought if that was a gold chain, it was a gold chain.
Yeah.
And often now I've looked, and when you go up close, you think, oh yeah, you see these gold chains, and they are $29.95. Then you read the description, and that's when you see, oh, actually, that's still silver-plated overlay.
Yes.
So, you know,
and you also realise that the breadth of it is about one strand of hair. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because they put it behind cabinets, and you have to look at it closely. But there, you can see that quality, can't you? You can see exactly what you're getting for your money.
And of course, if you've got to the point where you've asked someone to get it from the window for you, you've as much committed to buy it there and then.
Yeah, I know, that's when you feel it and you go.
But again, gauge-wise, look at that. In terms of the gauge of the thing, it must be the microphone mic, because the mic's in place perfectly on the top of that button. So it's the microphone itself. We'll kick it into the long grass, that microphone. Alrighty, well done. Well done, you. Congratulations. Right, okay. Now, the reason that we are doing what we are about to do, and apologies if my microphone is a bit too noisy, we need to throw it out the window. Hang on. Hello, is that better? It was unscrewed. It's one of those things. Here we are. Sorry about that, folks. Right. The reason we're doing this next bundle is purely down to our lovely Laura Binding here, because you've been creating a bit of a stacker concept for the kit coming up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And today you came in wearing...
With my luck the last 24 hours, I needed some kind of luck, so I've made this. This is bare copper with the jadeite and obviously some little Swarovski crystals just to give it accent. And again, black spinel would be beautiful as those little accents just there.
Yeah, it would. And we've got 3 fabulous strands here, 3 different sizes of jadeite rounds, 4mm, 6mm and 8mm together. And we are going to take this to a price tag that, if we were airing each one by one, you know there would be graduated prices. They would go up and up and... Okay, there are 8 chances. I don't need to tell you how eager you would need to be if you are a lover and a fan of this gemstone. And again, these aren't teeny tiny little 18cm strands. These are 38cm strands. They are amazing. At $24.95, seriously, it's last chance saloon. You can hear the door swinging, so be quick. 0800 644 655. Even if you don't have your tablet, your laptop, your computer logged in, just jump on the phone lines and grab it. Do it whichever way you need to do it. We only have 7 last chances though. Well done. Well done. Eileen, 6 remaining.
And I mean, I've literally used 3 in this ring, and I also often have 2 on my charm bracelet. Again, same sort of sizes, you know, so they go a long way. The strand's going to last you for a long, long time. Even if you made a stretchy out of the larger ones, it's still going to keep going. It's
stunning, and it just unheard of pricing for this gemstone, let me tell you. Last 5 chances at £24.95. Last 4. Last 4 chances. This is such a favourite gemstone, as you know, across almost the entirety of our guest designer community here at JM. Hi, Mandy. Here's Mandy in Liverpool. Good evening, guys and girls. What time are you doing the mystery box? I don't want to miss it while I'm in the bath. Okay, so you'll be running the bath about 8:15, because 8 o'clock on the dot. Because don't rush a bath now between now and 8. You know, exactly, you want to be able to really, really relax and lose yourself in the moment after having achieved the mystery box. which is something that I love, and I make no secret about loving every time I see a single unit of this particular thing in a kit. This is 10 times.
It sums up the title of the show, I think.
Oh yeah. There's a bit of a clue. There's a bit of a clue there. Bit of a clue. Oh no, what does that say at the bottom of the screen?
Surprises.
Okay, Christmas surprises. Over there it says Christmas sparkle. Okay, there's not much of a clue in there,
That's
actually.
what I was, oh, yeah.
Over there's a clue not there. Anyway, never mind. Let's move on.
We like a mix-it-up show. Keep you on your toes.
We give you clues that aren't clues. Fantastic.
But it's red herrings.
Okay, here's one. Here's one. Oh, my crikey. Here's one you've got to have. And listen, no words required. Right, how many are there, Phil? Right, let's count them out. Look. Look, 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 look. This is a gemstone you just have to have. You know what the situation is with turquoise. Honestly, we get the opportunity so seldomly. Even remember the days of the bead scoops. If you found turquoise in there, it was like finding the needle in the haystack, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
£5 and 95 pence. I mean, really.
And again, I'd say, I know that it's sold out, but if you got that amber, the amber and the turquoise together are a beautiful combination. And again, you're going down that Tree of Life road, you're going down that sort of tiara spray road. There's so many options you can do with that.
4 left. 4 chances to run away with turquoise. Well done. Check them out, check them out, check them out. Well done, you. Oh, yes, sorry. I completely lost track of time. It's the 7 o'clock kit time, isn't it?
It is.
I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I...
Yeah.
I just half-inch this for a moment. This is amazing. Now, the day today is actually called Christmas Sparkle. What we have here is your ultimate Christmas sparkle. And it's Swarovski crystals, which you know and you love, and you've got huge quantities of them here. I have to say, again, whenever there is one feature Swarovski crystal in a kit, I often say to you that the price of the kit could almost be the largest feature crystal, and I think we're in that kind of territory again with this particular kit. Because if you, and again, I know I'd say this ad infinitum when it comes to Swarovski, but I think it's really, really important. I think the most affordable of base metal Swarovski full-made jewellery, whether you visit one of their stores or whether you visit one of their concessions in a department store, when you look at the price of one single ring, which will often be in a base metal with Swarovski themselves, and listen, I'm not denigrating them in any way. We have an amazing relationship with Swarovski, nor am I directly comparing, but I'm saying, you know what? We have Swarovski crystal here. You have the ability to make the design that is your destiny, that you create. So what you have is your spike fancy stone, which is sort of the feature stone in this kit, which is just incredible. You also have your bicones as well. Now that fancy stone, which we're calling the spike stone, is in the Crystal Sahara shade, and it's 24 by 17 millimeter. Now there are 2 other kind of shapes as well. We're familiar with bicones, but we also have, there's a different shape as well, which we had a little look at earlier, didn't we? I'm just trying to pick it up with the magic tweezers, which, you know, it'll take me some hours, but we'll get there. Okay, so they are through drilled, and you have these beautiful rhombus beads. I mean, look, just look at the colours that come out. It's like going into the crystal caves, isn't it? They are stunners.
But what's great about those is there's a very clear front and back.
Yes,
so on one side it's really super sort of foiled almost, and then on the other side it's just that sort of shimmer. So you can set them either way.
They are just adorable. So you've got 12 of those, 48 of the bicones, and one of that large, well, they're calling it a spike, a tilted spike fancy stone. Let's look at your wire bundle, because this is amazing. We'll start up here. Oh, actually, we've got 1.25 and 1mm gauge.
Up.
Oh, and 1.5. Right, this is the biggest wire I've ever seen, I have to say, as well. So we've got... No, I've never seen 1.5. Never, in all of my time here at JM. So you've got 3 metres of 1.5, 3 metres of 1.25, 10 metres of 1 mil, all in the gold-coloured copper wire. You've got 10 metres of champagne gold, 0.4. Oh, and this. I've just got to have some of this. I have never seen this before. I know there is a real thing at the moment. I know a lot of you are looking for your coloured wires at the moment. This, pennies from heaven, and it's a 0.4. 10 metres of 0.4 in forest green, dark forest green coloured wire. Love it. I don't even know where to price this kit. I usually know. I usually have a rough idea in my head. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm not interested. I'm trying to formulate a price in my mind that this should be here. Okay, show me the should be then. Oh, I can't put it on the screen, sorry. It should be $45.95. Now, for gauges of wire that I have never seen, I think that's great, because we've got 3 metres of 1.5 and 3 metres of 1.25, which is just going to go on forever and ever and ever, isn't it?
Great if you were doing a Christmas tree.
Yes. Yes. Don't talk to me about Christmas trees in wire work. I finished, though. I finished. I'll put the picture on Facebook, I promise. I have no idea where this should be. Okay. Come on, Phil. Hit me with it. Right. Why is that not just the price that we are asking for this fancy spike crystal here, then? I quite often say it when we've got a featured Swarovski crystal, the likes of which, you know, very, very similar looking crystals, and I'm not directly comparing, but if we went into a Swarovski store tomorrow or a concession in a department store and we saw a base metal ring with that kind of look from Swarovski in the centre, we would be looking at a spend probably not far off 3 figures. And I say that with all due respect to Swarovski themselves, because we love them. We've got an amazing relationship with them. This is the bit that just, for me, blows my mind, that I think you've still got that same kind of credence, that same kind of hat to hang your cell on. I mean, for me, that $29.95 is either that feature Swarovski or it's the one wire bundle. It's one or the other. It's not both. It doesn't feel like it should be both. And you remember, you've got another 48 bicones there in AB, plus those 12 rhombus crystals there as well, which, again, are through-drilled north to south. And they are stupendous. Let me see if I can get hold of them from top to bottom with my tweezers. Stand by hard hats, everyone. These could go in any direction. But again, you've got a different look. Look at that. Awesome. You just love one of those on a very, very simple pendant, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Would be stunning.
Or a drop of earrings.
$29.95. I've got people checking out already. I'm not surprised. And people are saying, OK, you know what? This isn't just going in my basket. I will check it out immediately. OK, let's check out Laura's jewellery again. And we're going to attempt, aren't we? Well, I say attempt. Of course, you will do it, no problem, hands down, with one hand tied behind your back.
It's not guaranteed.
But on the right-hand side, just if you can nip up a bit, Ryan, from where you are, that necklace on the right-hand side, the holly necklace, we're going to do apparently we're pushed for time, so we're going to do a quick... Actually, I'll let you do it, actually, as we are a bit pushed for time. We were going to do a little bit of a make-along, maybe later. If you can show me the principle.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, once you see it being made, it's something that you'll be able to go home and have a go at yourself.
I will, like I did last time.
Yeah, you did. So for this one itself, I actually used 1.5 for the frame, but I'm going to use the 1 mil just because it's going to be easier for me to show you, because it's going to obviously be a little bit more manipulative.
Manipulatable.
So
I think.
Yeah, so basically just so that I'm not making it look like hard work, obviously. And I would advise that as well if you're practicing, so say when you have a go, go for the slightly lower gauge. So go for like a 1mm gauge, because that 1mm gauge is just going to be easier for you to handle. So you get your head around your design, then you can work up to a thicker gauge.
Okay.
You can see I've still got all this wire left. This is my leftover wire that I've got here.
Wow.
I used all the crystals up. So, you know, there's still loads I could do with this. You know, things like the earrings. I mean, these rings, you know, got plain wire rings that could be stacked up. So there's so much you could still do with this. So to approach the actual necklace itself, I'm going to grab it just so that I can show you.
Yeah.
So what I actually did was made the whole kind of torque necklace as well using the 1.5 wire. So this piece here has all been made out of the 1.5, and you'll see that there's kind of loops on the holly leaves here. And then if I turn it around again, you'll see it on the other side. So I actually made this section, this component part first, then made the torque and placed this onto the torque.
Okay, right.
Just to explain it, it is in two parts, but that's just how so you could put this on chain. I just wanted to basically maximise the kit that we had and show that you could use the wire.
Do you know, that just that torque in the 1.5, did you say?
Yeah.
Just that torque, I mean, if you get that beautifully rounded in the wire, as Laura has here, I mean, just that on its own would be such a nice buy.
Exactly, and it means, again, it opens up what you can do design-wise. You can hammer this as well and texture it if you wanted to give that extra dimension. So just to explain how that's kind of composed.
Okay.
So what I'm then going to do, as I said, this would be a 1.5. I am using the 1 mil.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a length. What I wanted to do was use one whole piece of wire to create both the leaves. Okay.
Oh.
The sort of the berry centre part is added on afterwards. So.
Okay.
You have to remember, the thicker the gauge of wire, the slightly more longer it needs to be, because obviously it's a larger diameter, so it reduces down. Quicker. So I'm going to use, I often say this, the beadle-on flush cutters as opposed to your Zuron flush cutters. If you're using...
Because you're saving those for best, aren't you?
It's not that. It's that the that the Zuron pliers themselves, it even says when you get them, they're not advised for a 1 mil or above.
Okay.
And I'll show you. I shouldn't really, but you'll see here. This is what happens when you cut memory. Can you see? I'll see if you can see it on that side. See the gaps? You see, just about see them. You should. Oh, there we go. There. That's what happens when you cut thicker gauges of wire with Zurons. So it's not that the wire's memory wire or anything like that, but these just aren't made for those stronger gauges.
Yeah.
So, and it does advise that on the packaging. So beadle-on ones are the better ones to go for. These are more robust.
Alrighty. So how much we're going to need, and is that enough to do both?
It should be.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I should have asked that afterwards, really, shouldn't I?
Yeah, but this is this is also me. I just basically pray
It'll be
it's going to be enough.
It's trial and error, isn't it, with these things?
It's basically about an arm's length, my arm's length. So what I'm going to do...
to measure that for you.
I have had someone ask if they can measure my arm when I was teaching. I said, it's about that long. Can I measure that? Because some people do like to know the exact measurements.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
appreciate
about,
that.
I think it's probably about 80 centimetres, just shy of a metre, isn't it? Something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's about a metre.
Okay.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come probably about a third of the way, because what I want to be able to do is do one side of the first leaf and then the second, and then do the whole leaf out the other side as well. So I need to be able, if you think of it in quarters, I guess, okay? So I'm just going to come in. You can use a image. You can have a look on the internet, sort of search for holly leaves, just to get that idea if you want to. But we all have a pretty good image of what it looks like. Just spikes.
Yes.
So
it's one of the few things I can draw, actually. Weirdly.
So I'm going to start off by doing just a sharp bend into the wire, and I'm using my chain nose pliers just to be able to get this. Okay. Now, when you are using the thicker gauge, you do have to really control the wire a little bit more. What I'm then going to do is just using my hand, curve that wire and bring it right up, and then again, sharp bend. And you may need to take your pliers out and reposition them and just place them back exactly to where you want them to go. And then what I was doing was just taking my pliers, just squeezing the tip of that bend and then pulling it back out just to sort of redefine that point, okay? And then I'm going to go over to the other side and try to do the same sort of move on the opposite side. So again, bringing that around. Okay. So I'm then going to continue. Again, curving that with my finger just to get that shape. I'm just, again, going to create that shape, and I'm just using my hand to encourage that curve. Now, you know, you can, and as I said, using the thicker gauge, you can still create that shape, but if you're using, this is a 1.25, but you'll see, just using the if I'm using the 1.25, I can still encourage that curve with my finger, just making sure that I take that time to get that curve. So this is the 1.25, so you can see that these moves can be made on this wire as well.
So smooth, isn't it? Is it easier to actually get an even round finish with a heavier gauge wire?
Possibly, but you just need to go maybe a little bit larger scale. I don't think I was intending for it to be quite so large, but then because it is larger, you know, you've got more room to sort of move.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to just kind of quickly do this, but you can see the idea. So you do one side and you go straight over and then do the other one, because you have a reference straight away that you can kind of get it to almost mirror. So just going in, pulling, and just... So to make this sort of design probably took me about 2 hours, just in and out as well, because I think I may have done a school run in between it. But the longest thing on that was actually filling it in with the green wire. The weaving part of it was what took the more time, because obviously you've got to kind of weave in and out. So, you know, you just keep going down, create this leaf. I'm just going to speed it up so it's not going to be quite as finesse. And then when you're happy with that size, bringing it down, and then just bring that across. So this is a very dodgy looking holly leaf, but you get the idea. Okay, so
I'll let you go in the gallery in a wee while.
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's designs. Guys, you can have a go. You should have a go, Phil.
I'll just cut a metre off for Mike and a metre off for Phil, and we'll see how you get on.
Right, so again, you might want to just give it that little flourish towards the end, that little extra detail, and then bring those wires into a point. Okay, you take more time.
Yeah.
And then just want to wrap one of the shorter tail just around it. And again, because if you are using that thicker gauge, you will be better off going in with your pliers and just gently encouraging that wire around with your pliers to get that wrap. You're then going to come over to the other side and then mirror again. So what you would do is actually, you have to kind of reverse now. So you have to now go from the bottom back up. So I'd have to kind of almost repeat the bottom stage back up towards the top. So, does that make sense?
Yes.
So obviously I'm going to do this really...
Because holly leaves always come in at least pairs, don't they?
Well, I guess we kind of... That's how we've always kind of visualised them, isn't it? So you would just kind of carry on like that, and then you would repeat it all the way back up, get to your point, and then bring that back down, mirroring what you've done on this side. And then when you get to that centre point, you're going to have two tails, of which all you're going to do is take your round nose pliers and just do a little flourish, which is just going to be taking your pliers and just doing a little kind of spiral. Okay, that's going to be your initial frame. You then take an additional piece of wire. I did take a 1mm for the next part, so it looks so dodgy, doesn't it?
No, it looks great. Yes.
It looks great.
It looks lovely.
This is how I talk to my husband. Yes, you're right.
Yes, absolutely.
You are
Absolutely.
right. That is who plays that person.
Yeah.
It's one of our ongoing arguments. Wasn't he in so-and-so? Yes. It's the easiest way to deal with it. So what I'm then going to do is leave. So this was a 1mm wire, so it was only 1.5 for the outer part, and then it was a 1mm for that centre detail down there. So what I'm going to do is take a length of wire again, leave myself a tail probably of about 2 or 3 inches, and then wrap that just around the top. Okay, and then this comes down to be the sort of the vein centre part.
Yeah.
And then you can wrap that if you need to just anchor it here. And then back over to the other side.
Yes.
Okay. And then you repeat that, that's your 2 ends.
Right, yeah.
Then you take your wire, to show that we did, you remember we did the figure of 8 kind of weave?
Yeah.
So what, I'd be brutally honest, I was just kind of wrapping a big section, maybe 5 or 6, going over. But what I was doing, I'll just grab the piece for you to see, I was just going over and under. So I basically was avoiding that centre wire, that 1mm wire. Is not wrapped at any point.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yes.
So my wire is going 5 times around one side, and it'll kind of go over and then back over to this side. So it's going over that middle wire, and then behind the other side.
Yeah.
And then, as you can see, some's got some gaps, but I quite like that gold showing through. And then I just took my flat nose pliers and just crinkled it all up to give it a bit of texture.
I love that.
And the final bit was taking, again, another piece of 1mm wire, and all we're going to do is form 3, like a centre part. We're going to do 3 loops for the Swarovskis to sit in. So you'll see here. So I'm just taking my bell making pliers, repeating the same, so taking a long length of 1mm wire, go into the centre, using the largest part of my bell making pliers to create those 3 loops, and then the tail wires to do all these little spirals and just the additional details.
Which
So
are delicious.
you don't have to add them, but I quite liked it. I thought it gave it a little bit more than just looking like sort of a bit of crinkled weaving.
And if you are looking for bail making pliers, by the way, like me, and you are a beginner. In fact, actually, I did my bail on that last pendant that we did without bail makers.
What did you use?
Fingers.
Oh, right, no. Right, no.
Fingers.
No. These, the handles of these tools,
Yes.
They're not perfectly round, but they're quite good round, so they're really good for making bails. And also I can't say it.
Yes.
The handle of that.
Or do what I'm going to do
Or
later
those,
and invest
but
in some
don't
bail
also
making
use your
pliers.
fingers.
I get told off for everything I do. But it's good. That's a good way to learn. Laura's a great teacher.
No, I feel mean. I'm always saying, no, you shouldn't. Don't use
it's fine.
0.6 to write.
You need pointing in the right direction, don't you? Thank you, lovely. We are going to do, we're definitely going to make along at 9 o'clock together. Absolutely. We'll have a go. We've got rubies at 9 o'clock, actually. Now we have a beautiful, beautiful Baroque style pearl. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is drilled as well, isn't it? It is through drilled, top drilled, all of the way through. It is through drilled. Yeah. All the way through. So head pin, oh, hello. Head pin, and away you go. And size-wise, I mean, hello. Look, you can see, I mean, you're not going to find many larger pearls than this coming in. Phil, hello? Hello? No, I don't even want to say that price tag. You know that the Baroque style pearls, because they are completely and utterly unique and individual, it's December, Phil. Okay, all right. Oh, we used to be a business. Okay, 8 spaces remaining. Okay, bye-bye. I'm not surprised over 300 of these have gone so far. £9.95 for an amazing through-drilled, huge, massive Baroque-style pearl. And you could use this in any way, shape or form, couldn't you? Do you know what I'd love to do, actually, is sort of cage that in wire, you know? I mean, there's nothing better, I think, for a pearl like this to be caged in a lovely sort of gold or even a pearl-coloured wire cage. It would just look, awesome. Last four available at £9.95. This is seriously, I don't know what's going on here. 3 last spaces at £9.95. This isn't my shift, by the way. It's great. I've come in last minute to cover, obviously, because we had to
Snow day.
Yeah, because Zena's basically lived here for the last couple of days, so I thought, you know, I'll come in and give her a break. Okay, which one should we do, Phil? Because I've got two different ones, I think. I've got two going on here. In fact, let's do... Oh, okay. Okay, which one do you want? Okay, sorry. I've got two very, very similar looking items here. Let me show you. Again, another fancy Swarovski crystal. This is beautiful. And it comes... I take it this is part of the offering, is it? So we would just... glue one to the other. Let me see if I can rest it in so you can get a bit of an idea of how it would look nested. Not the most romantic look, I know, because obviously we should... Look at that beauty, though, isn't it? That is gorgeous, isn't it? That's a lovely sort of silvery tone from one side. It's almost like a... From one particular angle, it's almost like a sheer white diamond, fancy cut. Okay. Do get a couple of these. Do get a couple of these. Obviously, these are two elements, so I'm holding the crystal to the actual bezel there as well. £9.95.
That's lovely, isn't it? Imagine, and we had that Swarovski cup chain, didn't we?
Yes.
Not the cup chain, sorry, the connector chain.
Yes.
That would look beautiful with that as well.
It would. Let me bring that back in so you can have a little look at that. Now, I'll try and do this as elegantly as I can. There you go. We'll put the chain details at the bottom of the screen, eh? Actually, A. Where's the A come from? Sorry, that just fell out then. I do beg your pardon. Look at that.
So I think that looks really lovely. And again, I would just have that as a long chain and with that drop. So again, if you had a black dress on, you go into that where it's Christmas do. Black dress, high neck black dress, and just that's just going to look beautiful.
Awesome. If you can get a couple of those for earrings, they would be amazing. Very, very Art Deco almost, aren't they? Okay, next up. Black. Oh. Now look. Look. Huge cabochon of black agate. I mean, one of the largest you would have seen, I'm sure. One of the okay, it's one of Phil's giveaways. I mean, I can't say giveaway. There will be a price on the screen. I have to be careful about what I say, actually. We are heavily regulated. Sorry, there will be a price on the screen, but I think you'll agree, for the size of the gemstone, for the carat weight of the gemstone, if I just put it there for a second, just so you get a bit of a scale, yeah, it's a huge, huge gemstone. I'll pop it there on the back of my hand, just so you get a bit of an idea. £3.95 for a full-on cabochon. Beautifully checkerboard faceted on the top.
What's lovely about that, when you look at, I love the edging of it because it's like a kind of a bezel. You could put a lovely wire bezel around that. You could prong set that and just make it really classic. Or you could have fun with that because you've got such a big area to work with and it is all black. So sometimes when you have like the pitch jaspers, you have all that pretty design, you don't like to impose over the stone because you kind of feel like you don't want to lose from the beauty. But I think because you've got a lovely black background on that, you could decorate that with some coloured wire.
Do you remember that bracelet that we made together?
I do.
With the tiger's eye. If we left space in the centre of a design like that and created some lovely prongs, then that would look great going in one direction on the top of a bracelet. I mean, that would just be wild, wouldn't it? Some people love that great big statement jewellery.
But you could change it and make it from a bracelet to a torque necklace. So you do that same style for a necklace and then have that as that feature coming across the front.
It's awesome. Well done, so many of you in. Hello Nellie, hello Anne in Greater Manchester, Sharon, Rodney, a couple of these coming your way, Rachel, Laura, Mona, Ilva, Jan and Neela, so many of you coming in. Remember, you can come in on the phone lines as well if you're thinking, I haven't got the computer with me, I really like one of those. Just give us a call, it's the free number at the bottom of the screen, 0800 644 655. Well done. Look at the depth of that cabochon as well. Huge. Huge. We've got lots of people multi-buying as well. Rachel in Cheshire, Kathleen in Alaska, Tatiana in Greater London, Laura in Gloucestershire. We've got Sharon in Essex. There are just so many of you. Congratulations. Well done. Again, I was thinking, you know, actually, It probably would need to be a wirework necklace, wouldn't it? I think rather than a chain kind of affair, I think you'd need like a structured sort of big wirework centerpiece.
You could do anything with it. There's no limits. You can do
very
whatever
true.
you feel like doing.
It's very
you could
true.
have it as a drop on a chain, have that statement piece, or you could have it into a wire piece.
I love it.
Especially with the stronger gauges that you got in this first kit.
Oh yeah, because you've got your 1.25 and 1.5mm gauge, haven't you?
Yeah, which would be ideal.
Well done. At £3.95. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right, Phil. I can't miss them. Look at these. If you were passing Ivy House on the number 62 bus, you could see these out the window. Look at these. Fancy lapis lazuli. That's both a question and a statement all in one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is delicious. Yeah, I never see a bus go past it. And yet Colin does get the bus home, so I wonder how that works. Must have to wander into town to the stop. Who knows? Oh yeah, maybe he drives it, Ryan. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah, it does look like it looked like it could be. He'd need that uniform, wouldn't he? Or get you, butler. Anyway, so lapis lazuli, completely and utterly natural. Through drilled, everyone individual, everyone showing that lovely element of pyrite that comes through as well. This is beautiful. This would be earring territory, wouldn't it, Laura? I think?
Definitely. But you know, you were saying about that adding that chunky stone to the bracelet in the style you made.
Oh, this could be the bracelet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks nice together, doesn't it?
Yes, it does rather.
You know, again, for me, that's a focal statement, pendant, ring, earrings. That's my ideal kind of stone, really. I love it where it's not too much, but it's got that impact still.
Awesome sizes as well. To know that you've got, you know, 6 of these to go around. Huge.
And that turquoise as well would go lovely with it.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Well, only if it's still available.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky. Okay, so
Sorry.
no, all gone. Sorry. Oh, Phil was very stern
if
there, wasn't
you
he?
got
Oh
that,
God, no, that's it. Get it
Yeah,
off.
but if you wanted people to get that turquoise, this would be a lovely add-on.
Yes. If you can find any turquoise, good luck to you. We always say to you, grab it as quickly as you can. 6 huge, huge pieces there. And yes, you are looking at, you know, £1 and pennies per stone there, which is, and it is, I think, actually still a lot of people are getting to know this gemstone. It's funny, isn't it? Because in our gemstone world and our gemstone bubble that we live in here at JM, we see lapis lazuli all of the time. In the big wide world, how much of it do you see?
But it is becoming more known. I mean, they're starting to name like makeup after the colour. They refer to it as lapis blue.
Yes.
So they're starting to make reference of the colour of it. And also, I mean, in Bristol we've got obviously the museum. You go into like the ancient Egypt bit, and they have lapis jewellery or lapis pieces in there. So it is around. It's just knowing about it.
Because the Egyptian ladies used to be walking around blinking like that, didn't they? An awful lot of it. Because they were crushing it up and using it as eyeshadow and like, spending all day trying to. Why can't I see? Looks nice and blue. £6.95. Well done. Is this a bundle, Phil? Oh, rounds, right. OK, we've got 2 amethyst strands. We're going to start with the rounds. These are very lusciously juicy. Look at these. Yeah. These are delicious. Bursting with flavour, aren't they?
Those to me are classic amethyst. If you said to me, describe the colour amethyst, that's it right there.
Yes, and it's not quite a lot of amethyst that we see out in the big wide world tends to be quite, and there's nothing wrong with it. It comes in every shade of purple, but some high street amethyst, because the high street do allow us to see a little bit of amethyst in the window every now and again, but it's ever so wishy-washy. It's ever so wishy-washy, and you kind of think, oh no, amethyst can be really gutsy, full of colour, and yet full of personality as well. This is Zambian amethyst, which is no surprise to me whatsoever. And as the light travels through Zambian amethyst, you'll actually see flashes of pink coming out of it as well, which I think just gives it a certain something. It gives it a depth of colour, but it really does give it a certain something. See how even the tone is through this strand as well? There's no way it should be that price at all. Again, a couple of sterling silver findings, one of those in the centre of a pendant on a sterling silver chain. That's it. You've got something which is universally appealing, something that people love and hanker after. People really, really favour this gemstone hugely. I mean, hugely. It's so, so prized, isn't it?
I think it's because, again, it's everyone knows it. It's recognised.
Yeah.
People know it. If you were to give me a gift, I would know that that was amethyst. I think it's got that kind of safety to it.
And, look at that price tag, £7.95. I mean, ridiculous, off the scale ridiculous, which is great, especially at this time of the year, because you might still be creating those last minute makes. I know, you know, I realise that we're different to other shopping channels where you're buying things for people like kettles and toasters and exercise machines and toys and things like that. So you're buying like crazy at the moment to get everything under the tree. But if you're a maker, this is one of those times where Christmas makes should already be, you know, but there's always that one or two things that you think, I've still got that to do.
But you've still got, you know, February's going to be here within...
I didn't want to
Don't want to go down that road.
I mean, you know, I realise, I absolutely realise, yes. But now's a good time to buy when it's that kind of price tag. £7.95. Congratulations to everyone that have it, to Jan and Sharon and Lorraine and Rose and Tatiana and Natalia. Congratulations. What a lovely name. I love the name Natalia as well, especially it's a lovely winter name, isn't it? Natalia. Beautiful. Right, next up, talking of winter, something we've had rather a lot of here at Ivy House. Snowflakes. This is beautiful snowflake obsidian in a hexagonal shape. Sorry, I went the wrong way there. There you go. There's the drill hole at the top.
So that pendant that you made last...
Yeah, I could do the same with this.
Do the same with that. That's the kind of drill facing hole that you want to be able to do that woven bail.
Yeah. Easily. And I wouldn't have said that 2 weeks ago. That's beautiful. It's a nice big size as well, isn't it? So size-wise, we're looking at 34 by 30 on this. I think this would be lovely. It's been what, sorry? Okay, this has been on air once before, but only for a matter of 60 seconds. It must have been the last item in an hour, and it was rushed through really, really quickly. So it's only ever been on air for 60 seconds before. And we're going to match the price straight away. Was it on a morning show? Morning show. You know how morning shows notoriously run out of time, don't they? Check it out. Now, this is, again, one of the most, for those people who do hold credence to the purported healing powers, etc., of gemstones, this is amazingly collectible, as you know. Carnelian, obsidian, you know how collectible they are. I mean, amazingly so. Look at the depth, look at the breadth of that gemstone, and the exacting nature of that faceting as well.
I mean, for me, that's a reversible. It's faceted on both sides. So for me, I would make that a reversible pendant, definitely. You could prong set it. You could make it set it within a bib feature if you wanted to have it as that focal piece. You don't have to use a drill hole. You could treat it like a cabochon, or you could flip it upside down and use that to hang sort of like some charms or some drops off of. But for me, I would want it as a reversible pendant so you can see it from all angles.
Definitely. Could you maybe as well, if you bezeled this in wire, because it's got quite a nice girdle, it's got a nice sort of wide band in the middle. Could you wire around that and possibly bring up a little bit of flourish over the top of the gemstone, even an initial?
Yeah. What you can do is, a long time ago, but you can basically take 3 pieces of wire. You want to kind of do like figure 8 weave along a strip, and then you almost fold it so that it sort of, what's the technical word for that? You know what I'm saying. And that will then hug around the edging of the stone. And then you would see both sides. So yeah, it's another way that you could do it.
£8.95. I know. It is utterly, utterly ridiculous. I mean, so collectible as well. Your opportunity to just say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. £8.95. Again, it's such an attractive gemstone as well. You can see those lovely striations, which, you know, are snowflake called, that just smatter through this gemstone. Naturally, that's how they naturally occur. They are delicious. Sorry, I haven't mentioned it for ages and ages and ages, but we're about to open this very, very shortly. It is nice, isn't it? Well, I say it, they are nice. 4 minutes time and you'll know. Oh, actually, 6 minutes time. Okay. Oh, crikey.
They're different, aren't they? They're cool.
Okay, I have never seen a pearl like this at all, ever. I've been working with gemstones for well over 10 years. This is what are known as peanut pearls, where two pearls are actually, well, in some cases it's one complete pearl, and in some cases it's like two pearls are connected, almost like when you crack open a monkey nut. I have never seen, Laura, anything like this before.
No,
but obviously it occurs, you know, naturally when you're opening up the mollusks and you're removing the pearls. You've got biwa pearls, you've got keshi pearls, you've got all shapes and sizes.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
That is your pearl statement necklace, isn't it?
Can I just, sorry, Mike, can I just to give you an idea, no, not close, but, no, because that stray hair's still there. It's bothering me now. I might go and have a little, you know, should we get a wax strip out in the break? Yeah. Oh, look at you, loving that idea, never mind me. If I come out red raw, you'll know why. That's all kinds of wrong, Laura, isn't it?
Yeah.
All kind of wrong. What happens,
so many levels.
What happens in the break stays in the break. Yeah.
Derek, we've told you about this. You don't discuss it.
Yeah, and now we know why. Now we know why.
The mics are off for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, there are just 5 last chances to grab this away at £14.95. That is just awesome, because you can consider every one of those and as its individual Baroque pearl. So if you're into creating sculptures using Baroque-style pearls, those peanut pearls would be amazing for those. Again, peanut like potato, less than glamorous description if you ask me, but
quite
kind of fits, doesn't it? See you back here in 3, mystery box, and who knows? See you in a minute.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
It's that time of year again. Yes, get those Christmas decorations out. But why not make your tree look a little more special this year and create your own decorative baubles? Gemma Crow's DVD will guide you through how to turn your boring baubles into decadent decorations. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and quote the code SXTY85. Get festive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Oh, if ever you wanted a wake-up call at 8 o'clock in the evening, I think that sting is it, isn't it? Welcome to the must-have here at Jewellery Maker. We do it every single night, generally speaking, at somewhere around about 8, sometimes it's 8:30. Tonight, brilliant. Now, it's almost like Phil read my mind, because every time this particular item comes up in a kit, quantity 1 within the kit, I go, I love that. I want to work with those. I want a bundle of those. So tonight's must-have is, for me, a dream. An absolute dream. An absolute dream. Oh, and Phil's just spoilt the mystery. Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil.
Phil.
Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil. Oh. I've got 10 things to bring out, though.
Well, what could it be?
What could it be, I wonder?
It's a surprise.
All right, have a little look. These are some of my favourite beads in the whole of Jewellery Maker. I love them. When we see one strand of fire polish beads in a kit, I love it. So here we have got what we're calling our New Year's fireworks, which is a very good name, Phil. I'm liking it. Very good, because when you see all the colours that come out, it is like a firework explosion of gorgeous fire polish beads. Now, quite often, when you see a strand of fire polish beads, it's one strand in a kit at a time. And that kit might be £30, £40. And I've looked at some kits where I just want those fire beads. I want those fire beads. I love what's in the kit, but I want the fire beads. Look at that. Look at that selection of fire polish beads. I'm trying to keep them all together. Look, they're amazing. 10 individual strands. Oh my crikey. Right, the price you're seeing on the web right now is £27.95. How many are in baskets so far? 16 are in baskets already. Total quantity is 99. So I want you to act quickly. If you're like me and you love when fire polish beads appear in a kit and you just absolutely love them, you've got gorgeous silvers, You've got wonderful whites. You've got wonderful mix of golds and silvers. You've got amazing Christmas green here, which I just love, like a chrome dioxide kind of green. Look at the shades of colour that come from that. Amazing. This one looks like a wonderful garnet, doesn't it? Beautiful, beautiful purple. This one, actually, let's without the background for a second, because then you can see all the colours while they were there as well. And it is just like a festival, like a carnival going on. Again, I have nearly a third of the stock, approaching a third of the stock already in baskets. These are delicious. Look, like silver aurora borealis. Look at the colours going on again, and they all coordinate just beautifully when you put them all together. That's lovely, isn't it? That's a lovely sort of amber orange, isn't it? And when you put them all together, look. When you put them all together, that is the firework display, isn't it?
Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't
Shooting
it?
through the sky. Can I say, I don't think you'll get this chance again. It took me a long time and a lot of hints to producers to get anything like this. So, your price tag is now going down to, and this is as your must-have. Yes. I want it. I'm not allowed to buy it while I'm on air. I wish I could. Because I love every time fire polish beads come up in kits. I adore them. I think they're amazing. I think they add that certain something. I think actually, if you are looking for, and not just festive jewellery, any kind of party jewellery, then this selection is just brilliant, and it will supplement whether you do like Swarovski or you don't like Swarovski crystal. I think either way, these are great because they supplement so many other beads that you can work with as well. Beautiful. If you're into your seed beading, this is a great way of creating centerpieces as well. They are delicious. £19.95. Please, though, be quick, because actually to get something like this is ridiculous at this kind of price tag. So we're watching them go out of the door, and look at the selection of colours there, from lovely deep sort of aubergines and blacks going on there with the blues coming through, gold and silver in combo. You're getting gold and silver within single beads on that strand. They're brilliant. Some are larger, some are smaller. These are beautiful because they cut a real sort of lightning strike through any design. And then you've got block colours, but with that extra sparkle as well. This is delicious, like a chrome dioxide kind of colour, but with more sparkle. Then you've some which are more of a side of an amethyst purple, which is really nice, but again with the faceting and the nature of these beads, just delicious. This again is like a Tahitian pearl like you've never seen before. Beautiful jet black, faceted amazingly, and then you have again some softer, more muted tones, so a smaller version of a similar sort of light amethyst tone of colour. These are flying out, folks, and I'm not at all surprised because again, look at these gold ones here. I mean, that's beautiful, and then like a lovely sort of rich dark amber, and then you have one here which is almost like a white diamond. Now again, I'm just going to bring them together, and they're not so easy to hold all in one, but if I just hold them all together, and look, watch this. This is why Phil called this the New Year fireworks, because look, you move them around and they just flash and sparkle like they are fireworks streaking through the sky. This is such a brilliant, massively brilliant bundle. Can you tell I'm slightly excited about this one? I wasn't even in tonight. I'm covering Zena's shift. I don't know where she's been for the last few days at all, apart from here 24 hours a day. So I'm covering Zena tonight so she can finally see what she calls home. Do you know what I mean? She hasn't been home for days, so I thought, go on then. I'll come down and cover. Look. Now, 1995. How many are left, Phil? I think it's about over half. We're getting on for half the stock. Has sold out already. Denise, hello lovely Denise. Wow, that was silly at £2.79 a strand, so now £1.99. Wow. Sally says, I've made 3 dragonflies with those kind of things. Yeah, I mean, listen, in terms of designs and inspirations, what have you got in mind for these? Because you've got lots and lots of varying sizes, lots and lots of different colours. But the one thing that is signature to every one of the 10 strands that you've got here is that high level of sparkle and impact. They are just delicious. And they are flying out of the door, just like fireworks would. Sorry, Laura, I'm so excited. I can't shut up.
No, it's good. I've been admiring the sparkle. I was just thinking of the green one. I was thinking that would look lovely with the holly, the neck piece that you made. You could put a couple of those in the actual weaving section and give that little bit of sparkle as you're going along. You know, there's so much scope that you can do with that. It's just an amazing price.
Let me show you again, and one by one this time. So you've got this one, which I think is just fascinating, because this is like gold and silver combined in each one of the beads on that one, which is just absolutely delicious. So that's your first strand. Again, I'll go down. Look at that. Look at that. That has got the wonderful sort of aurora borealis, but it's got a base colour of like a beautiful sort of jet black, but then you've got all of these teals and other colours coming through as well. Again, just the coordination of just those two together, just really, really amazing. And then we've got fabulous silvers as well. You are looking at amazing colours. Look at that, like almost like ice crystals, just beautiful. And again, like an aurora borealis, just, you know, again, taking any 2 of the strands and working with those 2 sets of beads together. You are not going to find a combination, I don't think, that will not work here. Even those 3, if it was those 3 for $19.95, I'd be happy. But then you've got other block colours as well. You've got 2 strands of sort of like a light amethyst looking fire polish bead, again, which is just really, really beautiful. So you've got smaller ones and slightly larger ones. And then again, it just carries on. More lovely silvers, really kind of ice sparkle silvers, which are beautiful. And then you have some that are almost like ice crystals. Look at that. Completely beautiful. I mean, forget your petalites and your white topaz and your white diamonds even. Look at that as a fire polish bead, just brilliant. So again, I mean, and that's not all of them. That's not all of them. Are they nearly gone? They are nearly gone. Then you've got your lovely jet blacks there, look. Again, but nothing is its base colour. Nothing stays its base colour. They all move around, which is great. Look at that. That is delicious, that one, because actually that is like a chrome diopside, isn't it, in its kind of appearance. It's wonderful. And it's got such a lovely clarity to it. Beautiful, and yet such a depth of colour too. These are really difficult to hold, but I'm going to carry on. These are brilliant. And then you've got this lovely sort of golden, almost like a golden amber. Love it! Rosie Warwickshire is going to rosary link them all and make a lariat piece. That would be incredible. That would be incredible. You've got so much to work with here as well, and so many fabulous colours. Congratulations. I'm so glad. That's working out, yeah, $1.99 per strand. And usually when you're looking at fire polish beads, and I've seen them many times, and I've always had that nagging frustration in the back of my mind. I think I've said it a few times actually. I love those fire polish beads. I'm there twiddling them and playing with them and watching them flash and thinking, I want a bundle with like 10 of these fire polish strands in them. We've done it for you, and I'm so glad so many of you are responding and just grabbing these. Well done, you. They're nearly all gone, by the way. If there are any remaining a little bit later on, I will, of course, I'll ask for a recap. I'm half hoping there's at least 1 unit left when we finish the show. But you know what? I'm happy for you if 99 of you get that opportunity. Well done. And breathe. And breathe, Derek. Sorry about that. I went a little bit...
You went like a child that found glitter.
It's like I had a major caffeine injection there.
It sparkles.
Yeah, I love it. I do, honestly. I just love it. Right, now, let's look at... Oh, are you sure, Phil? No, that's not black, that's red. You'll have to pick something else. Amethyst, nuggets. Oh, sorry. And my talkback cut out. That was great timing, that, wasn't it? The voices in my head. Right. We've got amethyst nuggets. Amethyst nuggets to show you now. Apologies, we're having to do everything slightly slowly because we haven't got anybody on the cameras because of snow situation. Look at that. And director Mike's trying to guide me, and he's saying left. Oh no, my left. And I'm looking at a backward shot. Yeah, no, that won't help, Mike. I told you, one brain cell dying of loneliness. That's all I have to offer. 168 carats of plain medium nuggets. Have you just got that, Phil? 2x1 up to 9x2 on this one. And, oh, now then. £3.95. Okay, you know this is the gemstone that I love because personally I find it very, very calming. I love actually to have amethyst around and simply hold it in my hand. You know, in those times where, and again, I can't say this for anyone at all whatsoever, it's my own personal opinion, but I do find this gemstone, I don't know why, and I'm not one of these kind of people that kind of says, you know, I believe in ghosts and everything else. Sorry, back again. We're having some mic problems tonight. I might throw this one out the window in a moment.
I told you it was one of those days.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Not good.
Just one of those. Just one of those. Anyway, we're still here. That's all that matters, really, isn't it? Apparently, I've got a bit of snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, let's have a look at the amethyst again. There you go. What? What? They're stopping making what? Ricicles? Oh. They're not the ones that go snap, crackle and pop. Oh. Allegedly. Reportedly. I'm not sure if I've ever had them, to be honest with you. I don't really do cereal. I think it's one of those... I didn't enjoy it when I was a kid, and now I'm an adult, I don't need to, so I won't.
Yeah.
You only eat cereal when you're away in a hotel. You know what I mean?
No.
You might have a bit of muesli or something. No?
No. Breakfast, if you're in a hotel.
Good old sausage, bacon and fried slice and a black pudding. That would be nice. Ooh. See, I don't really do breakfast. £3.95. That's stunning, isn't it? At £3.95. That's good. Right, let's do some lapis lazuli now. In nuggets. Got those, Phil. Oh, you know the black agate you were talking about? Is that faceted drops? Yes, it fell down. Right, do the lapis lazuli first. Lovely. Oh, now I've got a question for you. Let's see if anyone can get the right answer. Right. Just very, very quickly, I was in roadworks today, just outside Leeds, and the speed limit. You know how the speed limit through roadworks is always generally 50 miles an hour. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. You know how? It's okay. I'm here as well. You know how when you go through roadworks, the speed limit is generally set to 50 miles an hour. Well, just near Leeds on the M1, there's a set of roadworks where the speed limit is not set to 50 miles an hour. Can you guess the number? And it's not 30, and it's not 40, and it's not 60. Can you guess? No, it's not 70, because that's the limit of the road. If you know, drop me a little text. Or if you want to have a little guess, drop me in a text. 60777. Starting your message, JM Studio. No, because when I tell you, you'll go, oh. Oh. Anyway, £3.95. It's food for thought. It's food for thought. Now, if you had the bigger lapis lazuli nuggets that we had earlier, Kath, no, not 20. Not 20, it wasn't that slow. No. No, she's not close. Sorry, Kath. Phil was just asking me whether you were close or not. No, it's an odd number that I don't think I've ever seen on roadworks ever
13.
Before. No, not 13. 13 would be really slow, wouldn't it? Oh, you'd really have the rage, wouldn't you? £3. This is not a game for you, Phil.
42.
This is for our friends at home.
Uh-oh.
Anila thinks she knows. Not 35, Anila.
37.
Not 37, no.
Is it an odd number?
It's just an odd number. When you see it on the road sign, you just think, I have never seen that number before in roadworks. Anyone who goes on the M1 through Leeds will know. No, it's not 43. Not 40, 45, that says, doesn't it? No, not 45, Sally.
43.
Kath says 39. No.
41.
No. You've had lots of guesses, Laura Binding. Not 33. It's not 33. No, we're not. Yeah, please put MPH on every text. That would be great. Just so we know we're not trying to guess my age here. £3.95. Well done, everyone. Congratulations. Yes, black onyx. Now I know where it is. Here it is. Yum, 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 yum. This is... Oh, do I need to go left, right, up, down, Mike? There, here. I should draw a little line on the desk, shouldn't I?
Did you ever used to watch Nightmare?
Oh, yes.
Where the kids used to have the... One had to go in and go...
2 step forward.
2 step forward. Stop!
Yeah, stop. Back half a step. Yes, Jackie in Nottinghamshire, you're right. Now, think about the signs you see when you go through roadworks, those big red circles with the white background and the number in the middle. Have you ever seen 55 in roadworks before? Well, I hadn't until today on the M1. 55. 50. They're always 50, aren't they? Or 40. 55. There you go. That was 5 fascinating minutes of our lives, wasn't it? Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? That looks like spinel, actually, doesn't it? Do you know in its kind of lustre, it's not far off. And actually, black onyx tends to be a little flatter and a little more muted. Tommy, loving your work. 43.8684 miles an hour. Now, you can imagine trying to get that into one of those...
circles.
Yeah.
Going around the edges.
That'd be good. You'd be like, how much? Here comes your price tag for this one. And there are lots and lots of stones on this strand as well. 1, 2... Sorry, that just occurred to me. You know when you think, that's bizarre, but it really made you take notice of the speed limit.
Did people stick to it?
Well, because naturally I went down to 50 thinking roadworks, it'll be 50.
You get angry people behind you.
Oh, yeah, because it was average. They had average speed cameras. And what is the thing with average speed cameras that people don't understand?
We've had this conversation.
We had this conversation before. It drives me bananas that you do exactly the limit that it says, average speed camera. I don't want 3 points, thank you. I've been to a driving awareness course and I'm now aware, thank you very much, and paid the price for it. But what is it that people don't understand when they're sitting in your exhaust pipe? Raging they are.
Beeping at you.
Raging. And I'm looking in my
when they start flashing the lights, it's like, really?
And I'm looking in my rear view mirror saying, 1 watt. 1 watt. Oh, 2. £5.95. £5.95. They're the ones that secretly, I have to say, I shouldn't say this, and I'm not encouraging it whatsoever, and I'm taking personal responsibility for doing this just for fun. I will sit in lane 3 at exactly that speed. No, it is not dangerous. It's called the speed limit, Mike. I'm saving other people's driving licenses.
That's it, you're doing them a favour.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Yes. And lorries, don't get me started on lorries.
A lorry
Oh.
beeped at me for about 2 minutes because I was going the limit and then started flashing the lights.
How dare you go the limit?
And then when I pulled into the other lane, when it went past me, it continued to beep all the way past me.
If you are a wagon driver, we love you.
It's not when you're beeping.
But why is it that the rules are slightly different for you in a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit? Sometimes. Let's do neon apatite. Not that one. This one. Do you know, that's the first time I've ever looked at a selection of gemstones and not picked neon apatite out of the lineup. You know why? That's all this talk about. My blood pressure started going then. 50-mile-an-hour average speed cameras. I don't want a ticket, thanks. Anyway, so neon apatite in fabulous wheels. Actually, quite big wheels here as well. I like these. I like the depth of colour in this strand. I do like the depth of colour in this strand, don't you? Very rich, very, very tonal. Often you see the lighter side of neon apatite, and actually this is kind of like the deeper side of it. I do like this, 58 carats altogether, and you see how big they are? Nice, and you can stack these beautifully, I guess, for earrings as well, could you, Laura?
Oh yeah, definitely. And again, if you've got the tassel necklaces, tassels off the ends of the strands,
yes,
and actually just put one of those on the top, that's going to look really lovely.
Oh yes, well I shall demonstrate with the final bead and the tassel. And actually, oh look, oh that looks like a sweet little lady, doesn't it, with a big dress on? She looked lovely, didn't she? What should we call her? Sally says, ooh, not them. Mm. Good idea.
Ooh, pearls, if they had those peanut pearls.
Yes.
They look really lovely with those.
Yeah. Yeah, that would work beautifully. Such a lovely colour. Love it. Please make sure you're checking out on those, on the must-have, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, it's on the website at the moment. It's the fire polish. What would you use to space these out? Clear spaces look really good. Shows off the colour intensity.
There's no reason you can't just keep those spacers and just restrand it.
Yes.
Because, like you say, they're making the most of them. But if you did get that mystery box bundle, you had some kind of clear ones in there, didn't you? That would look lovely.
I did. Let me fish around and find them. Yes, you could. Look, 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 look. Let's put the two together, shall we? Look. Yeah. Your fire polish beads, again, would bring out the best in the colour of that neon apatite. And this is really deep neon apatite. So, and hello, Mr. Phil. Yes, you've 1095'd them. Very naughty. Very naughty indeed. Have you got the wrong price for the right strand? Are you looking at the right details there? 1095. Yes. Yes, I can. Yes. Why not? Let's do some spacer beads now. Can we do those, Mike, for that shot? Does that work? Okay. There. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Only lost 3. How many are there? We've got 100 of these. They are beautiful. Sorry, I'm just processing something you just said, Mike. It's taken a few moments. There you go. Actually, I'll put some on some wire as well, actually, because I've got some 1 mil.
Wire. Have you got some?
I've got some 1 mil down here, haven't I?
And how, I was going to say, did you want to cut some wire?
Oh, yes, please. I can't stand up, though, because this mic keeps, you know. Thank you. We make such a great double act. We make such a great team. Right. I'm just going to thread a few of these onto a piece of 1 mil. 1 mil wire. because I want to show you the movement, which will be very, very similar, I think, to that in the fire polish beads. Do you know what I mean? That same kind of sparkle. See, I can never thread. I have to put my glasses on to thread beads. I can't do it with contact lenses for some reason. It just, I don't know why. You just see the world differently. But look, so you're getting a very, very similar kind of sparkle that you would that you would get in your in your fire polish beads, which are beautiful. So you can mix these up with your fire polish beads as well. I'm going to lose that in a second, aren't I? Come on.
And again, they'd be a lovely alternative to put in amongst those neon apatite, wouldn't they?
Yes.
And spaced them out.
Yeah. Where are they? There they are. Do you know what I did yesterday, Laura Binding?
What did you do?
Very exciting. Put my Christmas tree up, and to put the decorations on...
Your wire Christmas tree or your real one?
No, the real Christmas tree. Big real one. Instead of last year, because we've got a real Christmas tree, last year the Christmas decorations took paper clips, because I wasn't here then to know better, took those brassy looking paper clips, unfolded them, one hook on the tree, one hook on the decoration, rather than trying to strip the needles off the branches.
Yeah, okay.
This year,
wire.
1mm wire S shapes.
Look at you.
I had to make a lot of them.
I was going to say, that must have, yeah, no, see,
my tree's got a lot of decorations. Have you seen my tree, Phil? Have you not seen my tree yet? Well, this isn't... Oh, don't talk to me about my Venus. My Venus is not well at the moment, let me tell you. If I show you my Christmas tree, Phil, shall I show you my Christmas tree as well? Oh, we can't get very, very close, but you can sort of see, can you? No? There you go, there's my Christmas tree.
Oh, it's pretty.
That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all of those... That's not my mobile phone, by the way. It's just a figment of your imagination.
It's a real Christmas tree.
Yes, a real Christmas tree.
Yeah, we've got a real Christmas tree.
Yeah, got a nice. It's kind of thinning out at the top. It's nice and thick at the bottom, which is good for a Christmas tree. Okay, so that's your spacer beads. Well done. I'm loving that wire, by the way. That's really nice. What's that? Champagne.
Yeah.
That's really nice and flexible and gorgeous. Love that. Sorry, Phil, I've just got to get all these back again now. Need my scoop. Oh, you're watching? Oh, well, why not? Why not? Ah, now, that's these, isn't it, over here, Phil? Yes. Okay, I know Laura likes these. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what these reminded me of? I was watching a documentary randomly last night, and it was a bit like Blue Planet, but it was on another channel, and it was all about flamingos and flamingo chicks, because flamingos only get pink when they're, I think, a few years old. I think 2 or 3 years old before flamingos turn pink, because it's the beta-carotene in the shrimps that they eat that turns flamingos pink. So they start off like fluffy grey birds.
Oh.
And then they turn pink. I don't know if you'd turn pink, Mike, if you ate too many shrimps. I think you'd have to eat an awful lot of... I think their diet is entirely made up of those. So, I mean, if you want to give it a try, by all means. I'll just lift these up to me, Mike, actually, just because I can make a rather nice... I will mind my mic. What a big... See, that would work for the elf costume, actually. That would be quite nice. You know, fancy elf. But, I mean, look, that's going to make quite some significant... That would make a lovely decoration now, actually, as well, wouldn't it? Gorgeous colours running through it. Is this all natural, Phil, as well?
I love the fact that you can see those markings on it, that you can still see those details, those sort of the stripes and all of the, again, the individuality of them.
Yeah. So it has been dyed. Now, I wonder if it's the red bits that have been... Oh, yes, it must be. It's but the red tips that are sort of dyed in, because obviously agate is porous and will take on a dye. But it's only where the gemstone would be translucent. It's quite a nice combination, actually, isn't it?
They're cool, aren't they? And again, for me, I think as a statement necklace, they're going to be lovely, aren't they? And again, that mystery bundle's bound to have a gemstone that's going to be a lovely spacer in between them. Or you've just had those lovely brass beads with the sparkle. But I love the fact of taking them apart, using them as an individual pendant. having them as a drop, maybe using the slightly smaller ones as a focal ring, because you'll just be able to wrap around the surface of it and just sort of catch it.
Yeah.
I think it looked really cool. Well, I like those ones with it.
Yeah, that's nice actually, isn't it? So just picking out some other colours. Rather lovely. So if you've got the fire polish bead bundle, you can kind of go either way really. You can go lighter or you can go darker with them. Because there are sort of the silver ones with the AB, and then you've got the silver and gold combo ones.
I like the silver and gold. I think they look quite cool.
Yeah, gorgeous. Yes, yes, let's recap it. Yes, let's. Okay. Oh, I've just thought of an idea. Oh, I've had another idea. I'm going to put them all on a piece of wire. Yeah, no, that's all right. It's only 10, Phil. It won't take that long. It's all good. Especially now I'm a beader. My aim's getting better. Right, 10 strands of fire polish beads. We've got quite a few of these in baskets, by the way, and only 99 we started with today. Oh, you'll like this, Mike. This is delicious. Little loop there at one end. See, this is the kind of thing I would do to create a sort of Christmas decoration. I would literally just bunch them all together and flare them all out. Can you see all right? There you go. There's the New Year firework display, Phil has called this. It's 10 different strands of fire polish beads. And there are loads of them as well. If you want the full breakdown of what the colours are called and the sizes, etc., just go to the website and just pop in this item number CCGC90. This is a bundle that Phil is extremely proud of, and quite rightly so as well, because this is something that I've wanted on screen for a long, long time. I think I had some lovely gold fire polish beads on recently with, I can't remember. And I just love it. And I remember saying, actually, I want a whole bundle of like several different strands to choose from. Because that, for me, is like it's like a sort of tasting menu, and I would just want them there to one side. You know, when on some of those gemstones, like the neon apatite that we had earlier, you see that strand that we had earlier, and you're just looking for an appropriate spacer. Well, to have a library of different fire polish beads to choose from.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, I mean, I love the fact that you've got the different sizes, you've got the different colours, you've got that variety of different finishes on them. You've got a lovely little mix there. I'd want to get a couple. I'd have one, I'd keep them individual as strands, and the others I'd cut this. I don't know, are you an organised person, or can you go random?
Yeah.
So for me, I would cut them all up and put them into a bowl and have them as a mix-up. And in that way, you could do sort of like, you know, random kind of sort of orphan things, really. Yeah,
and actually, I would, completely and utterly. I would take the ones maybe that are sort of similar sizes, and I would cut them all up into a little bowl, like you say, and just, you know, get some beading thread or get some wildfire or get some wire and just get out and just start playing.
Yeah, just start making. I love making rings like that, like cluster rings. And then if you've got a mix-up and you don't look, you can just pick one up, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes it can really sort of, I call it a mojo breaker. You know, if you just break that mojo block.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you've got to kind of be a rebel without a cause, haven't you? You've got to think, I have no idea what I'm about to do. I'm just going on a journey. Yeah. Yeah. Good idea. I found that already so far, because I think sometimes, you know, when you're heading towards something specific and you've had a couple of, oh, that didn't quite work out, you kind of think, oh, I've lost it. I thought I had it and I've lost it already. And sometimes you just wander off in a different direction and you come back to, you know, whatever you're doing, and you come back with a fresh pair of eyes, don't you?
And most of the time when you go down that road, I often find if you look at it again, and just change one little thing, all of a sudden it all just becomes right again. But like you say, you just need that something to just break that sort of barrier, really.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to pop that. What you just told yourself there, Ish. Hang on. That's all right. I'm just going to wreck the whole studio. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put that idea on the back burner and do one of these instead. Hi. Yeah, still trying. That's okay. I've just had some advice from the expert as to what to do right now.
You need to put it into a loop.
Turn it into... Shall I just give it to you?
Yeah, just give it to me.
Give it to you. I'll be back in a second. Right, tourmaline nuggets now. Seamless, that was. Seamless. See, we couldn't have done that in the when we were along that wall. We couldn't have done that. And now we can. It's like magic. Right, brand new, multicoloured tourmaline coming up for you right now. Oh, see, that's nice, isn't it? Remember we had the... Oh, that's how you... Of course, why didn't I think of that? Because I'm a boy. Because I'm a boy. Thank you, Laura.
Sorry.
Saved me again. I'd be nothing without these guest designers, you see. That's why if you hadn't been able to get in today, I wouldn't have been able to get in today.
Oh, suddenly I need to go. I'm going to be snowed in. I need to go.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There's still an hour and 20 minutes to go. We're all in for the night. Now, would you look at the colours along this strand? It's maybe difficult to see from there, but you can see there are blues and there are yellows and there are gorgeous, almost golden amber tones going on in this. Fabulous greens, amazing deep pinks. That is stunning, isn't it? We had the shapes earlier, didn't we? We had the little, almost sort of briolets, weren't they?
Yeah, the sort of smaller drops in the beautiful clarity on them.
I definitely team that strand up with this.
I think it would be lovely to have both, because what I love about that is that that's tourmaline in its more organic, natural form, and then you add the sort of the more clearer sort of...
Yeah.
Can't think of the right word for it, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Yeah, no, absolutely. I say yeah, no. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, no, maybe.
Yeah, you need to do that. Yes, Laura, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely clear as a whistle. Hello, Lorraine, in Redditch. Oh, sorry. What did you just say, Phil? It's raining in Redditch.
We've got rain in Redditch.
Oh, I thought you said Lorraine in Redditch. The rain in Redditch, which is just down the road from, just to be clear, because that's just an in-joke. Everyone at home going, yeah, and? What does that mean? Redditch is just down the road from us here at Jewellery Maker. Do you know what? You know when I set my alarm for 4:30 this morning, I really should have maybe laid in. Do you know what I mean?
Go home and go back to bed.
Yeah, well, I did. I had to go and drop somebody off at the station at silly o'clock this morning. And then I went home and just didn't sleep long enough before I came here. That's the issue tonight. 6:95, brain's not connecting, unfortunately. Luckily, we have a masterclass at 9 o'clock. Do we? No, that's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? I'm on the mid show tomorrow. There'll be a masterclass tomorrow afternoon with me at 4 o'clock, if I'm still here.
You're going to attempt to make along with me at 9 o'clock.
Yes, I am. What are we doing?
We were going to do little heart earrings.
Ruby hearts. Yeah. Yes, we are. Well, good luck with that.
Well, it's great because I can't describe a brilliant drop, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we make a right pair, and even though they split us up, you know, made no difference whatsoever, has it? Okay, what should we do next? Ah, do you remember we had the kunzite rounds earlier? Now we have tumbles. Oh, okay, only 8 though. I'm afraid we can't get too excited. Huge, aren't they? You know when you get those sweeties that are peanuts covered in chocolate and they're a nice, good size? Are they the ones with M's printed on them, maybe? Possibly. Other chocolate peanut things are available. We only have 8 of these. Yeah, I've seen that advert as well.
It's very... Yeah.
Where the sweet is in a bowl, talking to the person. You were going to eat me. 8 spaces. Sorry if you haven't seen that before. It's like one of those cultural references, you know what I mean? To do with the chocolate advert. See, you know, people who work in telly watch adverts. We switch off when the programme comes on, we just love the adverts. 8 spaces at £17.95. And I have to say, size-wise, And number-wise, on the strand, let's do a quick count-up, shall we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So there's around about 30 of these big beads here. That's going to work out at an average of... What do you reckon the carat weight would be, averagely, Phil? 225 carats divided by 30 would give us about, oh, I don't know, 7.5. Wasn't far out.
They'd go lovely if you got smaller round ones, wouldn't they?
Yes. Is that these?
Yes, I think
yes, that's these, isn't it? We had the smaller rounds earlier, which Phil is going to put on the bottom of the screen for you.
That's a lovely combination.
So this is... Oh, no, it's not there yet. Sorry. It will be in a second. It's not there yet. It's not there yet, Phil. There it is. There it is. So, if you want the 6 millimetre rounds, it's these details here. LJKY29, and if you want this one here, EMKY29. KY on both of them, Phil. It's raining in Wootton Warren. The ice should be just a memory. Great show, great deal. Thanks, JM. Thanks, Roz. Where are you? Wootton Warren. Sounds posh, doesn't it? Sounds posh. It's the posh end. Roz lives down the posh end, you see. Wootton Warren. Oh, is it near here? Phil's giving me directions now. I won't repeat them. You know what I mean? You'll have everyone round for tea, Roz, otherwise. 17.95. No, crumpets. We've had this conversation, Mike, before. What? Crumpets, no, all kinds of wrong.
Really?
Don't you start, Laura Binding.
Oh, I thought we were friends, Derek.
No,
that's it now.
No.
That's what?
Okay, if you want an elbow, which you can't lick, full of butter, can you lick your elbows? Come on, it's meant to be Christmas office party day, isn't it? This is the time when you start licking your elbows, isn't it? No, but if you have a crumpet in your hand and all the butter's soaked through, because they're like a bath sponge, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the best thing about them.
Down your arm and dripping off the end of your
arm.
Don't
just hold them like that then. You don't hold them like that, do you? You just eat it like that. Why would you do that?
You can't lick that far down. Right, I've still got the fire polish beads. Unless you're Mike, apparently. I might be asking for proof of that later, Mike. On screen, by the way, just to be clear. Right. Can he? Put the TARDIS cam on and stand in the middle, Mike, and do it. Please.
So you got to lick his elbow.
Right, we're going to the TARDIS cam. Mike's on the right there. Can we see? Did you? Oh. I think Laura could do it. I think she's just hiding her light under a bushel. Phil, can you do it? Have you tried? Okay, right. What do you mean can't physically do it?
Do you know what, though? You say that, but you
Have a go, Phil. No, can't do it. No, can't do it. It was a great attempt, that, was it? Sorry, Laura, what were you going to say?
No, I can't do it now.
Strange thing.
You started this.
I did start this, sorry. I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from?
Crumpets.
Yes, exactly. All kinds of wrong. See, I told you.
We would know.
They are awful. Aren't they?
They're not awful.
No.
Do you not like them? Me and my friend, she actually comes round, we drink coffee and we have crumpets with peanut butter and Marmite.
I love... Oh, what, together?
No, but you can...
Oh, one of each?
Yeah.
Wow. Next time I'm in Bristol,
Exciting
be sure
times.
to pop round for that coffee break. £9.95. The thing is, there's so much... A crumpet is a contradiction, I'm afraid, isn't it? Because it's... Oh, no, hang on. Let's deal with crumpets first, Mike.
No, but see, we have crumpets and muffins. That's what the whole point is. You have both of them.
Muffin territory is something completely different. A muffin is a sweet thing as well,
Oh, no. Yeah, no, what about the breakfast muffins?
Oh, breakfast muffins, they're fine.
Yeah, no, we have crumpets and breakfast muffins as well.
Right. Let's deal with crumpets, though, first. They're hard on the outside.
Yeah, you've got to really cremate them.
Yes, but yet they have a bath sponge-like texture So when you butter them, even it seems like if you've... Hi, Adam. That's fine. You can add as much as you like to that. Yes, even if you've left them a long time and then buttered them, still the butter...
No, but that's the best thing. You need to get the butter to go through them so that they're all nice and buttery.
Ooh.
And then you have to cook them so they're really crunchy. I don't like them when they're spongy. They need to be really crunchy.
There is no topping you can put on a crumpet that doesn't soak into it like you are
That's the whole point. It's
chewing
nice.
on a bath sponge.
No, it's not like that at all.
Chewing on a crusty bath sponge.
Wow. Let's just move on from this because that's just wrong.
Wrong.
But that's not... No.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, what you're saying is wrong.
£9.95. All right, you're gonna have to convince me by you know, I'm gonna have to come round and try. It's just the dripping thing. You pull them off the plate and there's a circle of butter under.
Do you not like butter?
No, yeah, I do love butter, but I don't want it.
It has to be proper butter. It has to be real butter, not like imitation. But then just use a serviette.
But the butter's there.
Use a
there,
serviette.
Laura.
Use a serviette and eat it like this. And then it doesn't run down your arms.
And a towel on my elbow.
But just eat it like this.
Ross says, Derek, you don't do soggy, do you? No.
But it's not soggy. We make it crunchy. And so chips and gravy.
It's like having gravy
chips
on
and
your
gravy.
chips.
That's
yeah,
the
exactly.
best thing. About curry sauce, we've had this discussion.
We've gotten
Curry
on
sauce
so
is allowed.
So well up to this point, and then you brought chips and gravy up again. Right, let's do. If we fall out, there's nobody else that can take over now. This is the last show of the day.
There will be no make-along.
That's it.
Derek will be over there.
Not making along anymore.
I'm not talking to him.
I'm going to stand in another county just down the road. Okay, I've got chrome dioxide for you now. More importantly than us.
And crumpet.
And our culinary loves and dislikes. We've got chrome dioxide, which came all the way from Siberia to be here, just to get wrapped up in a conversation about soggy bath sponges. Right, 230 carats of gorgeous, gorgeous chrome dioxide. I love the richness of tone. Okay, Phil has decided that because he's lost order, completely and utterly, because he's lost control of the show, that he's just going to put a price on screen that's so darn good that you have to have it, that you can cut through all of the cackle and get yourself something amazing. And this is Phil trying to break in to the conversation and restore order here at Jewellery Maker.
He's trying separating us.
Yeah, you've got 2 Oaks, mate, and 1's Bob. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, sorry. I made that very strange noise, like I'm a parrot. I do apologise. £6.95. Embarrassing. I think I'm just an embarrassment tonight. I'm sorry, I do apologise. And for my guests. I won't invite her again, don't worry.
You weren't meant to be here tonight.
She just wants crumpet and soggy chips. Honestly, this is not
we
the
will
class
have this discussion later.
This is not the class of guest that I expect on my show. But you're right, I am just covering. That's acceptable. £6.95. Well done, everyone.
We'll convert you.
Oh dear. Oh, we've got a break coming up as well. I'm in so much trouble. I am in so much trouble. So we might be making it along at 9 o'clock. That's in the balance at the moment.
We'll be friends for 5 minutes. We're not friends anymore.
I'll be defriended professionally by
by
JM guest designer Laura Binding.
Oh yeah, no longer friends professionally.
It's only been a week. £6.95. Janice, well done in Conway, who's probably got us on mute. She's listening to a good Christmas CD now. Pam in Greater London, Ilva in Argyll and Bute, Lena in Delana, Denise in Lancashire. Hello. Chris in the West Midlands says, I'm watching on my tablet with the sound off and trying to guess what you two are talking about. Fascinating.
It's probably just as well.
Yeah. You don't want to know, Chris. You don't want to know. You would do it like an old married couple. Who is it before who said that we should be together?
Professionally or unprofessionally.
There you go. Wow. This is like a very strange edition of First Date, isn't it?
Yeah. What is there a reason that you have this weird?
Do you own a crusty bath sponge, and have you tried to eat it then?
Yeah.
No, but I do remember back in. I think this is a childhood thing, you know. Hang on. No, don't be giggling. Get your small violin ready. Never mind giggling.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you. Back in the day, back
You
in
were
somewhere
a
in the 19. Anyway, the late 1900s. Mike, bit of respect if you don't mind.
He's telling a sad story. He's telling a sad story. We need to create the moment. Go on.
We didn't have a shower, you see.
Oh.
I'm just going to write a book. You'll have to buy the book. I'm not telling you. Yes, let's change gemstones and subjects. Right. Okay, that is this one, isn't it, Phil? Yeah, that's all right then, that's good. Chrysocolla. Ooh, lappy chrysocolla. What were the words to that, by the way?
Don't know what you're singing.
Pepsi Cola, they used to have an advert years and years and years ago. No, Dr Pepper's a different one. Other drinks, soft drinks are available, by the way.
Like Fanta.
Dr Pepper, what's the worst that can happen? Wow, apt for tonight. Let's see if there's any in the vending machine. Last 7 of these at £9.95. First one has gone already, not surprised. Congratulations, well done. Grab one of those others. It's a lovely, actually a lot of chrysocolla comes in rounds as well. Do you know what I can hardly see now? From laughing so much, my eyes are going to stop me from seeing now. I can't see at all. This is great. 6 last chances for £9.95. Love it, 90 carats. It is a lovely colour, isn't it? Again, I always think this is like essence of glacier.
I think it's beautiful. Again, it's one of my favourites. That's my favourite kind of colour group anyway. I love those kind of green, those tealy, minty kind of green. So I think that's beautiful. That's going to go beautiful with most colourways. It's going to go beautiful with the sort of the warmer tones, with the lighter tones. What are you looking for?
I was thinking about that neon apatite, actually, because we're in the same kind of spectrum there, aren't we? Oh, sorry, I've not displayed that beautifully. But you can see we're in the same kind of realm. So you can go either up or down with the blues. What's this one, Phil? Blue fluorite. Again, yeah, so you can actually stay with that slightly more muted tone if you want, and go down, or take the blue in a different direction. Even, I think, actually, with chrysocolla, you can afford to go in a maybe bigger gemstones but in a lapis lazuli direction.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think because it's got so many kind of colourways going through it, it's something that will pick up on most colours anyway. I think it's going to it is going to go with pretty much most of the gemstones.
Beautiful. Love it. And there are only 5 left now. Well done, Brian and Angela. And we've got Janina in Kent and Ilva. Congratulations, well done you. And we've got 2 last chances now for you to take that away. Congratulations, everyone. Right, okay. Okay, we're going to a break and we're going to go dance around in the snow and be back with you here with a make-along in 3 minutes' time.
It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. This December, join us each morning at 10 AM for our Christmas Advent deals. A new deal every day with Jewellery Maker this Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! I'd be an amazing Santa. Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people? You can watch our Jewellery Maker show every day on our website by clicking the Watch and Buy Online link in the top right-hand corner of our homepage.
If you're looking for the perfect gift this year, then choose the Jewellery Maker gift voucher. Available in £10 and £50 denominations. Contact us now on 0800 644 655 and give the gift of choice this Christmas.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket, or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
Okay, we've met in the middle. We've had a deep debrief, whatever that means, with our executive producer up there, and I have agreed that the next time we're in together, because we do have a toaster here, don't we?
I'll make crumpets.
I've agreed, but not.
We've done that on air. You said that on air now. It has to happen.
But not that yeast extra.
No, it has to be proper butter.
Yeah.
And they have to be proper, like, brown, dark brown on the top, so they're proper crunchy.
All right. Well, you know, many decades later, I'm going to give it a try.
Said it on air now.
Yeah. Said it now. Like the last time I did the make-along, remember? Mm-hmm. Was true to my word and completed it. What we've got right now for you, you know, we had a look with the Chrysocolla just a moment ago with this lovely fluorite. And I said you could take this in, you know, quite a few different directions from the Chrysocolla, and we could go in a blue fluorite direction. Well, here is said blue fluorite, and it is very, very nice indeed. It has got a lovely colour tone to it. It's got the most beautiful. Do you know what this reminds me of? You know, where are we now? December. Last month, went down to Cornwall, and I went to a little place called Gweek, and there's a seal sanctuary there, the Cornish Seal Sanctuary. Beautiful place, absolutely lovely. And of course, they've got the lovely pools for the sea lions and the seals that are there, and they're always that lovely blue, aren't they? And this kind of puts me in mind of that little essence of swimming pool blues, almost, isn't it? Lovely sort of Mediterranean blues.
They're beautiful, and because they're non-faceted, because they're plain, You just really get to really see that colour, this natural kind of colour, don't you? I love faceted gemstones, I do, but sometimes when you see them plain like that and you just see that glow of that colour, that is what that gemstone needs.
Yeah, and I don't think it's, you know, it's funny, isn't it? It's just coincidence that fluorite, you know, has that just inner beauty that it's effortless. I think that's the thing. I think sometimes with gemstones, you need to do something to maximise a quality. And I think with fluorite, all you have to do is cut it. You can cut it into any shape you like. You can facet it or not, and it always performs. And the great thing is, I think fluorite as well is quite lucky in that so much as even if we're looking at a bead quality stone, it has that look of almost being flawless. You know, from a reasonable distance, I realise, you know, that obviously for that kind of shot, you know, it's almost like we're putting the camera up its left nostril. But from a reasonable distance, so for instance, if you're wearing a bracelet, remember, it's the distance between your eyes and your hand, and that's where most people are viewing it. If anyone's looking at your bracelet like this, unless you're very closely related to them, I'd be quite worried. Do you know what I mean? But I think the appearance of these gemstones is almost flawless. Hello, Liz in Kent. Those are the greenest blue fluorite I've ever seen, but they are lovely. Yeah, you're right. And actually, that might just be the way they're coming across on TV, actually, because there certainly are. It's kind of...
It's like a kind of diluted teal.
Yes.
When I say diluted, it's just almost like if you had teal squash and put it into water, that kind of effect.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. It is beautiful. And again, it's one of those strands, I think, to get home and see. It is definitely. There are little twists of seafoam green in there, but I wouldn't say that you'd pick this up looking at with your own two eyes. I know the way camera sometimes interprets colour is slightly different to what you see in reality. But actually, I don't think you'd hold this in your hand even. And? Where's that H gone? Sorry, I've dropped it. It's down there. Where's my hand?
Are you a Londoner?
Where's my hand? Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. I'm not, though. That's the thing.
I'm half Londoner. Well, I was born in London.
Oh, were you?
I was born in Lewisham.
Were you?
My dad's family was London. My mum's was Bristol.
Ah.
So I'm a half-breed, according to my husband.
So your mum's side won.
Yeah, we lived in Kent, ironically, for 10 years, and then we moved back to Bristol.
Nice. Yeah, I've got to ask where now in Kent-ish?
Folkestone. Cheriton, Folkestone, Kent.
Yeah,
you know when you're little and it's drummed into your address.
Yeah. £12.95 for that one. Well done. Congratulations. Next up. Yes, pyrite. I love this. Look, 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 look. Pyrite strand for you. You know why I like this, Phil? I love it for the same reason as I love our lovely must-have tonight. Because it would just hand in hand. See, there's nothing on the must-have strand of fire polish beads that's... See, this just adds to, complements your must-have bundle.
And makes it go further as well.
Mm. Yeah, and it can go in the same pot, can't it?
Could.
Definitely. Yeah, Folkestone, lovely. My mum and dad live up the coast in Broadstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to go to Folkestone.
Used to have a little beach, so we used to go down to the little beach, and yeah, it was nice.
They had a little fun fair down there as well, didn't they?
I love that. I can say, well, it was closed down now. It was the Rotunda.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, them were the
good days. Good days.
Yeah. So pyrite for you right now. I have some pyrite rough at home, and I love it. I love it. It's just so nice to enjoy. $11.95. $11.95. And if you think about how many, you know, beautiful gold bullion looking pyrite beads that you have here, that's pretty nice.
I think there's something lovely about pyrite. I love the fact that it's got that kind of raw metal kind of look to it, and I just think it adds that kind of I don't. That more sort of rough glamour as such. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you get that high sparkle. This is that kind of more natural kind of effect.
Yeah, it almost looks like sort of hammered gold before it's been highly polished.
Yeah.
I've actually just bought some Christmas baubles this year. Just bought 2 or 3 in the new bauble for this year's selection. And they're a very, very similar kind of texture to the outside, because even though these have been faceted, it's almost like they're still got this lovely sort of hammered texture. You know, inside a steel drum, you know when they play the steel drums going right the way around, I think they're fascinating. They've got that sort of lumpy, bumpy nature to them on the inside. It's almost that same kind of look on the top. I wish I could play something like that. Hello, Sally. She says, oh, pyrite is the stone of martial arts. Is it now?
That's interesting, because my husband does my husband and kids do kickboxing. Yeah, my husband's a black belt, but second dan, is it? And then the kids do kickboxing. So that'd be quite interesting. I could give them something like that. I could tie that into a Christmas present.
You could.
So thank you.
Yes, you could, because easily unisex. I mean, let's discount the Christmas jumper for a second. But look, could easily be. There's nobody on too, Mike. You're talking to nobody there. He's talking to somebody on camera too that's not there. Unless we do, we are haunted in some
Unless there's something
way.
we don't know.
Yeah, there's something that Laura and I can't see.
But again, that's something that I could do for my husband, my daughter and my son, and it would be something that they, as martial artists, that they could all have.
Yeah. I did about 2 weeks of judo and thought, oh,
I did judo.
enough of this caper being thrown away. Wearing a flipping
Gi.
wardrobe.
White gi.
Wardrobe. I mean, what do I mean?
Gi. The white gis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bathroom robe.
Yeah.
That's all it is, isn't
It's a
it?
gi, but yeah.
Yeah. It's no good for a very, very short 7-year-old. Spent more time tripping over that than doing anything. Anyway, carnelian. Now, remember we had obsidian earlier? The snowflake obsidian. Again, in terms of collectability, for those people who, you know, do hold truck with the purported healing powers of gemstone, I think this is pretty much top of the list, isn't it? You know, I mean, obviously you have your quartz and your amethyst, sort of traditional gemstones that you associate with, you know, purported healing powers, which you know we can't talk about. But in terms of collectability in that world, carnelian is way, way, way. I used to work with a lovely girl called Claire years ago when I used to do radio travel news, telling people about queues on motorways. And she used to tell me non-stop, because I used to be at another jewellery channel years and years and years and years ago, not far from here. And she used to tell me all the time about the collectability of carnelian and how expensive actually it is to buy.
And you don't actually see it that often.
No.
It's especially in that kind of cut. And again, that's beautiful. And that would go nice with the... we had black onyx earlier. That would be lovely with the black onyx, like black and sort of orangey colours.
Here comes a price tag. And again, hugely collectible. Hugely collectible. I have to say, that would give a lot of Mexican fire opal a run for its money.
It's really intense in its colour, isn't it?
Yeah, completely. Oh yeah, you wouldn't get anywhere near, I mean, you wouldn't get anywhere near the smallest one on this strand in this kind of quality of Mexican fire opal for anywhere near $6.95. So again, it's a bad comparison. It's just a visual comparison, really. I think visually, if you sat this and some Mexican fire opal together, yeah, this would be deeper and richer. $6.95. I know. Right. Okay. One more, and then it's time to make a long. Yes. Let's have some Amazonite. I don't know what's wrong. My gemstone recognition skills have gone a bit astray today.
4:30 start.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
So you can make a lovely alternative ring.
Oh yes. Let me borrow Laura's lovely ring. How long ago did you? How long have you had this ring?
I made that in the summer holidays.
Oh, did you?
It was actually made along with my daughter. Kayla made one. She didn't make it quite the same, but she did the weaving around the ring, and she's 9. So
yeah.
And yeah, I think she chose jade as well, jadeite. But yeah, a lovely sort of alternative version.
Yes. And so Amazonite compared to jadeite, I mean, fundamentally, visually, It's a colour difference. It's whereas jadeite obviously is greener, this is again along the same kind of blue spectrum as we saw in the fluorite. Actually, can I just pop the fluorite in next to the amazonite just for?
That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It definitely comes across a greener colour on
It
screen.
does,
It
yeah,
really
it does.
isn't that colour.
It's really funny. I thought actually that might help it bring it back to blue on screen, but it's not for some reason. That would be that strand. But get it home, that fluorite, and see it with your own two eyes, and you'll say, "Oh, I know what they mean now. I know what they meant now." Actually, there's different levels of luminosity in amazonite as well. Actually, I don't mean luminosity. Yes, that as well, but also translucency. Some are very, very solid. You cannot see from one side to the other, and actually some are a lot more translucent. I don't know if you can see towards the end of the strand. Again, there's some of those that are looking a lot greener on screen than we're seeing with our own two eyes here. That's lovely.
It's beautiful, isn't
Smaller
it?
rounds give you a more vivid blue, don't they?
With that pyrite, it'd be lovely.
Ah, yes. Good. Nice price. Nice price, Phil. $21.95. Yeah. Again, pop in your pyrite.
Yeah, it just gives it that, adds that little bit of dimension to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But again, you look at something like the ring I'm wearing, 3 of the gemstones, you know, in one ring.
Yeah.
For me, that would be, you know, it would go on for so much because I would use them individually. You could still make stretchy bracelets. You could stack a bracelet them.
And you've got just three jadeite in that ring,
2 of
haven't
the
you?
smaller ones,
Yeah,
and
so-
then 1 of the larger.
Yeah, so it would be 2 maybe of the
4 mil,
and
then 1 of
the
the
8.
Yeah.
And that makes a gorgeous design. And actually, you know, the lion's share of the work in that is the wire work, but it's showing off those gemstones and yet making a big, big sort of cocktail-style design. £21.95. I know. This is Jewellery Maker. This, oh, I was going to sneeze. I don't know, Mike. I think sometimes when you say you're going to do it, you don't need to.
It's going to sneak up on you.
It will. It will. Anything could happen tonight. £21.95, as I've just demonstrated. That was me. I was just about to reach for the must-have and show you that, and I knocked the whole of... I've got a T-bar over here.
It's not funny, but...
Yeah, that's all that's left on the T-bar.
You're being a naughty elf.
That was an accident as well, I have to say. Right, let's do kit time. Yeah, I can do that a little bit later on, can't I? Right, kit time now.
You said it was one of those days.
I did, didn't I?
And as you said it, you sent that flying. Oh, I don't.
Kit time. Kit time now. This is a brilliant kit, actually, because it's got some really rich colour tones to it as well. Can I just confirm, Phil, 2 cabochons or 1 cabochon? 2 cabochons. Fantastic. Laura only got 1.
Laura only got 1.
Right, that's all right, it's all fine. OK, so you've got... OK, the picture on the web is missing the strand. Oh, we're in a right pickle this week, aren't we? It's that snow. Let's blame everything on the snow. So on the website, you won't see the strand, but it is there, believe you me.
Doing a little happy face there.
Yeah. When Laura got this kit, she had the strand, but only 1 cabochon. Very happy face. Very happy face indeed. Love that. 2 cabochons in there. Now, is this by carat weight, or is it 3 carats ruby marquise cabochon? Yeah, and 2 of those. So that is your ruby content in this kit, which is very, very nice indeed. I mean, look at the depth of the rubies, look at the number that you have on the strand. It's not, you know, it's not a tiny strand, and they are very, very deeply saturated. They are the darker side of ruby, actually. This is Indian ruby, which does tend to be a lot more saturated and a lot deeper and darker. I would say maybe think of almost the appearance, just visual, looking at the cabochons of the ruby. Let me just, I'll bring one up so you can see it a little closer. Think of, you know when you have like a cocoa nib? It's almost that kind of size. Beautiful. And it's a lovely flat marquise cabochon. It's delicious. I mean, its proportions are beautiful. Wonderful. But you can still see very, very clearly, if I just put my hand behind there again, can you see as I'm just moving it in the light there? If you look at the top quarter, you can still see that intensity of the silks that run through the ruby. And again, the match-up between the marquise and the pieces on the strand are excellent. This is natural ruby, so it's not, you know, enhanced in any way, shape or form. So, with that, wire-wise, I mean, you've got all sorts going on here. We had our gold colour wire in the first kit. We've actually got different sizes this time. So we've got 10 metres of 1mm, we've got 10 metres of 0.6, and we've got 10 metres of 0.4. I'd have to say, for those people getting started with wire working, that they are brilliant gauges to have, because you've got your structural wire in your 1mm, you've got your 6mm, which is great for creating features within, and then the ideal weaving wire, which is your 0.4. You've got a great findings kit in this as well, and this is your gold-plated base metal essential finding kit. It comes in an organza bag. It's got 1 metre of lovely chain, toggle clasps, it's got jump rings in there and crimp tubes, and 2 pairs of shepherd hook earrings, and a couple of not crimp beads, head pins as well. There you go. Lovely! Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Sorry, I'm just practising for Panto next year, because I think that's where I'll be next year, on the stage, sweeping it. No, I'm not in the Panto this year, I just look like I am. I've got no memory for scripts. Now, if you were to make just one wirework ring with one of your marquise rubies, and the carat weight of each of those marquise rubies is 3 carats, Phil? They're both 3 carats, aren't they? Okay, so a 3 carat ruby ring. What would you retail that 3 carat ruby ring for? Look at that, beautiful, beautiful ring. If you made that ring and you had that on your craft stall at a fair, either of those 2 rings, to be honest with you, either using 3 from the strand or the 1 cabochon, I'm loving that. I'm loving that left-hand ring.
That's really quick and easy to make as well.
I am loving it. Right, £24.95 for all of those rubies and all of that wire. Brilliant. Now, oh yes, we're making heart earrings, aren't we?
We're going to make one of these little heart links here.
Yes. Now, this is what we're going to do a little make-along.
They're just having a little bit of a dance around, but yeah.
They will.
They will. They're having a party.
They are lovely. Let's have a look at this feature necklace as well, which is rather nice.
Shall I move those earrings? Let me move the earrings for you, sorry.
We're just doing a little fashion show.
You can see it then.
There you go. That is beautiful. So it's the heart earrings, just to the right there, that we are going to have a little go at now. I say have a little go at. Laura can create them. No problem whatsoever. No. It's whether I can get anywhere near.
And again, these are something that you can take into earrings or a pendant. You can do whatever you want with them, really. But I just thought it was quite a nice way to showcase the rubies. If I had, I do apologise, I didn't get the second. I didn't realise that there was 2 of the cabochons. I would have made a pair of earrings with those, because, you know, they're maybe popped them on a bit of the chain, because they are ideal for that.
Yeah.
So I've already cut you some wire.
Thank you very much.
We're making along. So, so with how much wire do we use? I don't have a ruler.
About, I would say, I'll say I'm not guessing. I know what I want to guess, but I'm just not going to. Oh, it was. I was going to say 8 inches, you know, but I didn't want to be a boy and overestimate. There you go. Right, so, 8 inches times 2.
Oh, thank you, Shirley.
Thank you, Shirley. They are lovely, aren't they? Gorgeous.
Yeah, again, I was torn because of the fact that, to me, it had to go as a ring. Yeah. I just thought it had to be done, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take 2 lengths of this wire, about 8 inches, excuse me, and then we're going to take some 0.4 wire. Have you been clearing? Where did my wire go? Have I been
do you want some back?
No, I must have tidied and not realised I'd tidied.
Oh, okay.
I don't tidy very often. I'm surprised myself. I'm honest. I can say it before you do. So again, just a length of the wire, just a workable length. You really don't need a lot because all we're going to be doing is weaving a tiny section here.
Okay.
Which is going to keep the wires together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to come out and open this out and add, with a bit of channel setting, the rubies.
So that's why these are kind of sort of water diviner shapes at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean,
going out.
when it comes off of the reel, I'm going to just put these here. This has been cut just in case you're going to pick it up.
Okay.
Okay. Because it's come off of the reel, because it's a 1 mil, they do tend to curve.
Thank you for warning me. I would have done.
Becky did that once with some Labradorite and it ended up everywhere in her tea, the works. It was a good show. So what I'm going to do is take my 0.4, and again, I just need a workable length, and I'm going to take 1 piece of wire. Remember what I said, whenever you start weaving, you always start with 1 wire,
right,
and then add the wire.
Right, okay.
So yeah, you give yourself a little tail, you can hold that in place, and then we're going to go,
how many?
3 times just to anchor that wire on, okay?
Okay.
Right, so then what I'm going to do is, now the weave that you do now is up to you. You can do any weave you want, but it needs to be a closed weave that's going to just keep these wires tight until we open them out. So, I need this weave to be probably just below halfway, okay? But it can move up and down, but you want it to sort of be around just about halfway down those wires, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking that wire, and what I'm going to do is bring a wire across both the wires, the weaving wire, sorry, 0.4, across both those wires. It's going to come around and in between those wires, and it's going to come all the way around and down the back, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to go back into the middle from the front now, and around that bottom wire, all the way towards me. But so obviously it's coming away from you, from the camera, but it's coming towards me.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come back across the front of both those wires, around and into the middle, all the way around and over, and down the back of those 2 wires. So what you'll get is a reversible weave, okay? It's going to be reversible, so it will look the same from the front as it does from the back. Okay, what I then want to do is cut that little tiny tail that we started off with. So I'm just going to take my pliers and cut that nice and close, remove that tail. I'm then going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm just going to straighten that cut and make that nice and neat. Okay?
Thank you.
So then I'm just going to quickly do a little bit more of this weaving. So you can see it's just going around both those wires. What you're doing is wrapping the top and the bottom wire. I'm just bringing that wire across the front and down the back. So it's going across the front, wrapping that top wire all the way around, down the back, wrapping that bottom wire all the way across, wrapping the top. And you just want to do probably about 1.5 centimetres. Well, actually not even that much, about 1 centimetre of this one weave. I'm going to hold it up close for you to have a look, just so you can see exactly what that weave looks like. Okay, see, oops, there we go. You see that okay? So, if I split this for you, you can see it closer. I say this, it's not as clear as it could, just because it's the same coloured wires. But it basically, when you split it, you'll probably be able to see this, Derek, because when you look, it's like a percentage symbol.
Yes.
Can you see?
Yeah.
So when you split it, you've got a little line on the bottom, a line across them both, and then a line across the top. So it looks like a little percentage sign. Okay, so scoop that up, and what you want to do is just do, like I said, about 1 centimetre. Now what you can do to make it easier, if I show you here, is I'm going to kick the ends out. So Derek, if you have a look, well, yours are opened out anyway.
Yeah.
But open them out, and then that way, when you're... I've lost where was I going? So right around the top. And you'll be able to see now, I'll be able to just go straight into that middle, and you can see that it's a lot easier, so I'm not fighting with these wires because they're already open. So going around, and going around. Okay, so that is going to be enough of the plain weaving. So it says probably about 1 centimetre. Sorry, I'm just going to show you this up close so you can see that there. Okay. Now what I want to do is you see these wires opening out? What I'm going to do is change the weave slightly. I might as well show you whilst you're here and you can see. So I'm just opening them out slightly, and what I'm going to do is just go around once. So this is like we did for the bail.
Yeah.
Once, twice, and then over to the other side. So around once, and then around twice. Wires in the middle, so it's going to come across to the other side. Around once, around twice, over to the other side, around once, around twice. Now, I'm going to, when this gap's wide enough, you don't want to do too much, otherwise you're going to end up with a really big heart. So now what I'm going to do is take, the wire is now coming towards you, so if this was facing you, see the wire is coming towards you, I'm going to pop on one of the, I'm not, he doesn't want to play, one of the rubies, and obviously some of these have different depths on them, so choose which ones you want and try and get, if you're making earrings, try to choose the similar sizes for each side, okay? So if I show you again, we'll go back to that same, so you'll see now, I've placed that on, and when I place it across, it sits nicely in that little gap that we've just created. And then I can come across, so I want that wire to come straight across, and then I'm going to wrap that opposite wire, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm actually going to wrap this about 4 times, 4 to 5 times, because I want it to come up higher than the depth of the ruby. So one more time, so 5, and then the wire is going to go straight across the back, okay, and then it's going to go around the opposite side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's coming across, and now I can add my second bead again. So I'm going to do this 3 times. So if I pop it down, I have one already made. So you can see there that that process has been done 3 times. I'm going to turn it around for you to see the back. So you can see where those wires have just come across. What they're doing is supporting those rubies and giving it some protection. And then bring it to the front, and that's what you're going to have. Okay? So I'm going to place this down, and I'll show you the next part. I accidentally cut the wire, the tail of the 0.4. I shouldn't have done that, so don't cut your wire, okay? Because I was doing a prep stage, I just forgot and just cut the wire. So I would, I mean, if you do cut the wire or you don't have enough, it's easy enough to add in and I can show you. But ideally, if you've got a little tail of wire like this, and you'll see exactly why in a moment. So what I'm going to do now, are you all right?
Yeah, I think I'm just catching up.
That's cool, don't panic, you're good, relax your shoulders.
Okay.
One key thing when you're doing work, do not do this.
I get so
anybody who's been on my workshop will understand. I say it to them all the time, it's just relax, because if you're like this and like this, you get tense, and that shows in your wire work. Okay, because if you're tense and you're holding your wires like this, your wires get tense as well, and then that's when they'll start to go all sort of wobbly. Yeah. So what I'm now going to do is take my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to come down, and I want to actually fold about half of that first part of the weaving behind this channel setting. The reason is, it just gives a nice smooth finish, okay, because it just makes it look continuous rather than bare wires. So, placing my pliers there, and I'm just going to push those wires nice and straight, trying to make sure they go straight. Okay, I'm going to turn this around for you to see. So you see the back, and you see it from the side. And that little gap, we actually need there to be a little bit of a gap between here. Not quite as large as this, but a little bit of a gap. And again, you'll see why. So I'm just going to take my pliers and just very gently crunch that together, very gently, just to sort of flatten that slightly, okay? So when you see it from the front, you've got the 2 wires from the bottom are now in the centre of the 2 outer wires, okay? So that's the complicated part. The rest of it is just making the heart. Excuse me. So what I'm going to start off by doing, now if you have bell making pliers, and they are quite handy, because we're going to use these actually to get that nice circular shape. What I'm going to do is start off by, ooh, did I bring my other pair? Oh, I did.
Do you know what I'm doing? Pinching a bigger one from the middle.
It's rude.
I know. Whole strand just to get a bigger one from the middle.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See, the other way that you can do that is if you were working from your beading tray, like where you should be,
yes.
is you could cut that wire just there and then you can keep it stranded on sections. Just as a little hint, so that when you are working with it, if there's one, so I'll just show you what I mean. So say, like Derek wanted this lovely centre one just here, rather than taking all of the rubies off and losing that graduation.
Which I did.
Which he did, because they're all here, look.
You're all right.
Just saying.
Just saying.com.
What you could do is just cut that wire just there, and then you can keep that graduated section there, and then you can get to that centre part there. So if you didn't want to lose that graduation, if you're okay with losing it, then that's fine.
No,
okay.
I'm fine with it.
I know you're fine with it, yeah.
I'm so cool about it.
Okay, so basically I'm just going to show you. So I have two different sizes of the bell making pliers.
Oh, excuse me.
I have the larger pair, and then I have the next size down. I'm going to use the largest side of the smaller pair.
Yes.
And then I'm going to use the largest side of the larger pair.
Yeah.
Sorry, just to form these heart, the sort of the, do they call it the shoulder of the heart?
Yes.
So I'm going to take the the smallest pair but the largest side. I'm just going to place that here and just bring this wire down towards the front. Okay.
So just below the
the sort of the gemstones themselves. Now you can always tweak this, but make sure you tweak it and are happy with the size of this before you start forming the shoulders of the heart. And also, like I didn't do them in stages together. So say you were at the same stage as me, I would then pick this one up, then would do that one and do that one and measure them, because otherwise you're trying to compare against the finished piece. You lose some of the detail.
Yep.
So I'm just going to quickly come over to the opposite side, and I'm going to repeat that same move on the opposite side. And you can see I'm kind of forming it around into that shape. You can tweak it a little bit if you want and get it to sit exactly how you want it to sit. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is take the larger pair, and the larger pair, this is where if I had that wire still, which I didn't because I cut it, which was a bit silly. So we'll imagine I hadn't cut it, and I'm just going to pop it onto this side. So if it, place that on there, and what I want to do, so hopefully you wouldn't have to add, but what you're going to do, just to stabilise these and have them where they should be, pop it around one, pop it around that one, and then over to this side. So all you're doing is locking them into place, really. Around again, and then just repeat that process just over to the other side, just to lock these where they should be. Okay, so that's just a little extra piece. So I'm going to just cut those quickly. You would cut them properly. Then these two wires here. Now what I am doing that you probably can't see is I'm using my thumb at the back just to stabilise these two centre wires, so that when I do this movement, they're not going out of place.
Yeah, because you've got them right by that stage.
Yeah. So I'm then taking my pliers, the larger ones, as I said, the larger pliers, the largest size. And I'm just going, this bit's a tiny bit tricky because you've already got something in front of this. You're just bringing it around. And what I want to do is encourage the tail of this wire to go into that gap. So can you see that gap I talked about? So I can push that in, because I've already got the shape of the shoulder as such. And then, so you can see how that's going like that.
So you're now trying to create an echo.
Yeah, so it's almost like a shadow of the shape. So you can see there, and then I'll show you to the side, that larger heart has gone through the centre, and then what it will do is just hook to the back. Oops, sorry about that. Hook to the back, take your pliers, cut it nice and neat, and then obviously give it a little crunch, but go careful.
So you'd actually do almost the complete finishing on that before you go to the other side and do the other one?
And so then you would repeat on this side, form that around, just quickly do it on that side as well. And then I'm just doing that there. You would repeat that process. I just want to quickly show you how you can just finish with these two here. So pop that on there. So you can see you get that shape. And then with these, it's up to you how you do. You could finish them, cut them here and file them and have it like that. But what I actually did was took the inside one and hook that around and cut that to the front, just because you don't want to bulk it all out.
Yeah.
And obviously, as long as it's cut nice and neat and it's looking like it's round here, and then cut that. Now, if you had a longer piece like I have here, there's nothing to say that you don't give it a little spiral and place a spiral there. I did that on one and then misjudged the wire on the other piece.
Right.
And that's your little heart connector there. I then took a piece of 0.4 and I popped it through the shoulders like that and like that. It was a longer, and then you twist.
Mike's very brave, isn't he, Laura?
Second down kickboxer, Mike, I just say.
Get
second
ready
down.
to run at 10 o'clock, Mike.
So a longer piece of wire than this, but you can see you would just twist that together and cut that, then pop your gemstones on, double loop it, and that gives you your connector that makes it sit straight.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pop a jump ring in it and have it sort of like the stylized hearts if you wanted to. But yeah, take that home and then you've got an idea of how to finish.
Thank you.
Because I hope that makes sense.
This is what I have to do with my make-alongs. I'm still at stage 1 at the moment, putting the rubies on. I even need to go back and see whether I actually did put them on right in the first place, because I'm looking at my channel setting versus your channel setting, and I think I'm a little bit. Is it because I was tense?
No, I'll tell you what you did. So what Derek did, if I can just quickly show you, you've done it right, and there's nothing wrong with what you've done.
Okay.
But what you've done slightly different is...
I haven't taken a wire...
No, you went in between. That's all. So if you remember that I said to go so that it was coming towards you, and then you put the gemstone on and it sits in between.
Yeah.
So you see, let me move that wire for you. And there you go. And then what Derek's actually done is, it's fine, you have channel set, but you've just channel set in a slightly different way. I find if you do it the way that I said, like going across, it sits in that channel nicely, because it kind of just sits in there, and then you can come across the back and support the back.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
But you have got it right, it's just...
I see, because we jumped on from, this is my excuse and I'm sticking to it, because we jumped on from one stage to another, and I'd taken my eye off the ball, which happened the first time we did this.
And you were also cherry picking certain rubies.
The biggest rubies in the strand.
So that was happening.
There was that. Thanks. Look. But I will.
So what's your dad? You can't do it because you're on a mid-show tomorrow.
I can't. Yes, I'm on a mid-show tomorrow, and I'm on a bit of a week. So ASAP is all I can say on that one. Yeah. It's just an ASAP.
At least you've got a project to work towards.
But should we say by Christmas Day?
Yeah. Okay.
That's quite a good.
That's quite scary because that's actually
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks yesterday, I think, isn't it?
Kids break up on Friday.
That's come around quick, isn't it? Right. Well, we've now we know the direction that we're heading in on that one. You might want to do the same as well, actually, is just sort of go back and watch that again. The great thing is you didn't have me interrupting at all, because I was busy doing as well.
That's my tactic.
Yeah, it works.
Come and make along with me, Derek.
Yeah, make along with me. At least you shut up. Right, we have next. Would you just tell me again? Right. I've mentioned this to you before, haven't I, Phil? That back at another channel a few years ago, I used to do a loose gemstone show on pretty much a weekly basis for a wee while, and one of the real joys of that was learning about the rarity of green tourmaline. Now, I'm going to take a stab in the dark because most of the high quality green tourmaline comes from Nigeria, funnily enough. I can't say that for fact. We've got Africa continent as a generic there, but I know back in the day, I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe not even that far back actually, selling a 3 or a 4 carat, on a regular basis by the way, selling a 3 or a 4 carat gem quality green tourmaline in the rough in the rough price guide area, somewhere between £400 and £700, depending on the size and the shape and the cut of the gemstone. But that's about rarity. There isn't much of this gemstone around. We're talking about green gemstones quite often here at Jewellery Maker. Sorry, I was saying here at Jewellery Maker, and I was just about to give you the name of the channel that I used to work at, and I was thinking, no, don't do that, Derek. You're not there anymore. You're here now. You're somewhere else now. And I'm not knocking that company. I was there for 7 years. I must have liked something about it. But green tourmaline, whenever you see tourmaline here at Jewellery Maker, you have a multi-tourmaline strand, don't you, of this kind of size. So it will be lots and lots of different colours. You may have the odd green there. We saw some nuggets earlier, didn't we, in multi-tourmaline.
Sort of chips, yeah.
Yeah, it was chips, wasn't it? Yes, and when we had the tiny little briolets, didn't we? And some of those were edging onto a lighter shade of green. Some of them were really deep. And actually, this is a strand of entirely deep gemstones. Now, I know on screen, and I'm so sorry, we have a lack of people on cameras tonight, obviously, because of the snow situation and everything else, so we are a little bit down on crew at the moment. But the depth of the colour in this strand on camera looks a little almost black. It's so intensely green that it almost looks black. I have to say, it's a colour shade you would never see with your chrome dioxide. Chrome dioxide generally never goes to this depth of green. There are very few green gemstones, as we know, that just have that solid body of colour. I'm really excited about this opportunity, actually. This is really, really quite something unusual. I know, you know, you see like a conveyor belt, an array of different pieces on your screens, and you might watch through the whole day from, you know, from the start of the morning show at 8 o'clock all the way through the late show. You're coming in and out all day long. And I know I don't think I've ever had a strand of this gemstone here at Jewellery Maker at all. OMG is all I can say.
Do you know, that reminds me of when we get the rough cut diamonds.
Yes.
It's got that kind of, that look, that sort of, that sparkle, but
yes,
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if you want a real depth, that is stunning. And I realise from that point of view, it might, you know, you might look at it and think to yourself, that's a black gemstone, Derek, that's not a green gemstone. But you see there, because that shot there is taken with lights. It's shot in what we call a light box, which is, as it sounds, it's a box with lights that simulate daylight. In the studio, we've got fluorescent lights, so they do different things to gemstones. Sometimes, you know, sometimes they change the whole character of how a gemstone looks on TV. That is a very, very true shift. Sorry, I said the word shift because Phil had just said it. That is a true representation of that colour. I think for me, the best description I can give you is if you've ever had a pond and you have oxygenators in that pond and you see how rich they are when they're in the water, you know, so deep, so verdant, it's almost that same look through this. Can we just have another quick look at that light box again? Do you know what I mean, though? You know, when you have oxygenators in a pond. Look at that.
I also think because they're all condensed, I reckon when you cut that strand and you see them all individually, they are going to sort of really come alive. Come alive again.
Yeah. Yes, actually, let's see if I can get a bit of separation in this strand. Still don't think you'll see it from the distance that we've got it here.
No, but you really can. I think that's beautiful. If there's any of those, I'm definitely going to be getting one.
It's a real rarity. It's a real rarity. I tell you, well done, Nicole. And lots and lots of other people there involved. Ilva, Anila, Rachel, Gabby, well done. Oh, these are lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And a huge wire will go in these as well.
So, what have I got?
Huge wire. We've got the 1.5 today, haven't we?
I have, but have I got here? I've got, oh, there's the 1.5.
Look. Oh my word. Do you know, I've never seen 1.5. I've got some 1.25 at home because I made the external of my Christmas tree, as we know, in 1.25, which was great as a structural wire, but it wasn't the best to try and weave some 0.6 around it. Excuse me. So we have sterling silver twist spacers here. I'm actually going to load 1 or 2 or 3 actually onto this 1.5mm wire so that you can see just how bold they are.
Does it go on easily?
Oh yeah,
Does it spin?
there's plenty of space. Yeah, look. And that's on a 1.5mm wire. That's amazing. Look, you can see.
You know we made that necklace torque.
Oh yeah.
You can make a necklace torque and just add a couple of those on.
Yeah.
Just give that little bit. And you could put a pendant just in the middle then, couldn't you?
Well, if these are 10mm long and we're getting 10 of them, then that's 10 centimetres, isn't it? Average neckline is probably about 17, 18 inches, isn't it? The average neckline piece.
Yeah. But again, I think, for me, I love that mixed metal look. I love it when you have, when the mixed metals, I love the silver, the gold, you know, the antique bronze, the coppers. So I actually really like the fact that that just pops against it. I would want to kind of do it in sections, so you have the silver and then you have the gold and then you have the silver. But for me, again, like I said, I'd have a pendant or something in the middle and have a little stack of those across the centre of your torque. I just think that's great.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Wunderbar, love it. I love the noise they make against 1.5. Listen, that's lovely. Have I talked another battery flat? Have I? I've got to change my battery in a second. Okay, right. Citrine. Yeah, citrine. I'm going to have to give that to you to just have a quick look at very, very quickly while I grab from Adam a battery, because I need to swap my battery. And Laura will tell me what she loves about citrine for 30 seconds.
For 30, I might be in timed. I love the lovely warm hue that you get from the citrine. I love the fact that it's got that lovely warm glow, and it's not. I like the fact that it's got a mix of range of colours as well. So it's not all bright, sort of orangey. It's got that lovely tone mixed through it, and I love the faceting on those.
29.30. Well done. Very good. Lovely.
It's worse when you got someone counting down in your ear.
I know. Yeah, that was very cruel, actually, wasn't it?
That was mean.
Mike was counting down the seconds. I'd been back for some time, actually, but I was just I'd wait until he finished. I didn't want to be disrespectful. £11.95. If you see the richness, actually, it's a real golden. Some citrine can be
more sort of washed out.
Yes, but this is like a real golden. I mean, some of them are lighter, but I think actually maybe it's the size, maybe it's the faceting.
But I love that. I love that range. I love that some of them are a little bit more golden, some are a little bit more toned down. I think that just, if you wanted to graduate that, then you could into its colourway. But for me, I would pick out that sort of golden pop and have that in a ring. Maybe have the lighter ones as part of the necklace.
Yeah. It's just delicious, isn't it? I've got so many different ideas now. I have so many ideas. And again, use the wire that will best maximise. Or go for complete contrast. I mean, actually, it's sort of like a yellow gemstone. It's got a orange strand.
You could pearl knot it with a sort of that kind of colour. The colour of the
so
sort of
carrot
the thread.
colour.
That would be lovely. Pearl knotted in between it.
Yeah. I'd love to make a Christmas decoration. See, actually, I really want to. By this time next year, I want some completely new ideas for Christmas decorations.
What are you going to focus on when Christmas is gone?
I don't want to think about it yet.
Easter.
I don't want to think about it yet. I'm just having too many Christmas ideas. Shall I, Phil, before we go? Yes. That's what I was going to say.
You're proud
It's
of
like
yourself for your little...
You read my mind.
Your little wire
holder.
holder.
Yeah. Well, it was your work, Laura. I can't take credit for this loop of wire
No,
here.
but you put it all on there. It was your
Guest
idea.
designer, 7 years. She's created a loop of wire.
Highlight of my life.
Pinnacle of your career.
That's it. Done.
That's it. It's done. It's all been done now. You've done your best work.
Reach the top.
Okay, our must-have tonight is like my dream come true. And I'm sorry, I'm a man of simple means and, you know, expectations and, you know, I'm not saying easily pleased, but I have seen fire polish beads available in kits, and usually one at a time. So there'll be one strand of fire polish beads in a kit, and I've been the one sitting there silently, just with these in my hand, just moving them around because I just love the way they perform. I think they are gorgeous, and I would love to have this selection. I would do what we've done here and just put them on a loop of wire. And just hang them up and just have them there to be able to sort of flick through, almost like the pages of a magazine, and go, that's the one I want today. Or, as Laura's idea earlier, snipping all the strands, getting them in a pot and saying, right, OK, I'm just going to have a little bit of a pick and mix here. And just. I love the way, as well, actually, because you've got that slightly three-dimensional, hexagonal nature to them-ish. Would that help them nestle together? I'm thinking
You mean like lock in?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, you know, the same kind of symmetry you get if you were using super duos in seed beading. They all nestle really nicely.
You can make a nice beady bead with the small... Well, you can make a nice beady bead with any of them, but the smaller ones would make a really nice little beady bead. And yeah, they would lock together quite nicely. You could mix them up, so the black and the sort of the silver version, you could mix them and make a really cool beady bead with those two.
I could just look at these all night. How many are left, Phil, please? OK, there are around about 30 sets left. Good. Hooray, 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 because we've nearly come to the end of the show. I'm not hooray, hooray, hooraying about that. But there are still some left, which means that there's half a chance that I can get some. So you've got these wonderful sort of jet black ones. Again, you've got those in 2 different sizes. You've got this amazing green. I mean, I just love that. It's like a bottle green, isn't it? Silvers, whites, yellows there, like a goldy yellow. Beautiful crystal white. Again, lovely sort of gorgeous, gorgeous silvers. And you've got these largest beads are like a combination of silver and gold in one bead.
They're really cool.
Half side silver, half side gold. Brilliant. Oh no! Really? We've got 1 minute left, Laura. Oh no! It's gone too quickly. Right, when are we having crumpets then?
I have to sort it out. It's gonna happen.
There's a leading question, Your Honour. Yep, going to have crumpets for the first time in many decades. Fantastic, can't wait. When are you back here?
I am back on Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Late show.
The earlier viewer was right. You are a good pairing. Thanks to all for battling the elements to bring such an entertaining evening safe home. Yes, thank you to Mike and to Phil and to Adam and to whoever's behind camera too. To you, Laura, thank you for making it as well. See you. Well, I will see you, but I won't be here.
We never know because.
Well, yes, that's true. We don't know. No, actually, we do know because I will be in Gibraltar on Sunday night. Flying back. I'll see you tomorrow on the big show. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye-bye.
If you're looking for the perfect gift this year, then choose the Jewellery Maker gift voucher. Available in £10 and £50 denominations. Contact us now on 0800 644 655 and give the gift of choice this Christmas. It couldn't be easier to buy from Jewellery Maker with all the information you need right there on screen, from the item code and the product description right down to the price. And whether you're buying at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So what are you waiting for? Simply telephone our free phone number or join us at JewelleryMaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.